Thank you for joining us tonight on our Wednesday night Deadlands Reloaded Weird West livestream phenom. I am the Marshal this evening and every evening here at the League of Racantor Explorers, Will Thompson, and with me are four friends here to help you be carried through the wilds of the Weird West and tell some wacky stories along the way. I apologize here, I forgot to do the last little bit of UI alignment, so I'm just going to keep running my mouth talking about nothing in particular while half concentrating on the topic at hand. It's been a crazy few weeks in the Deadlands, not that we couldn't say that in any particular series of weeks in the Deadlands. Our boys found themselves interrupting a bank robbery of sorts, and well, that led to more than they bargained for, because it turns out the bank robbery was more of like a Wild West show that they were allowing the local inbreds to partake in, the Squat Pump Brood. That led to a dilly of a pickle where they were afraid about retaliation from the Squat Pumps in a real sense that didn't involve them just hooting and hollering and stealing some bags of newspaper clippings. So they hired our intrepid posse to head out onto the Squat Pump homestead and take care of Bucephalus Squat Pump and his unsavory brood. They dispatched them with no issue at all. It was just a flawless display of professionalism and deft combat prowess. Nobody was disemboweled by a half-female, half-pig. Nobody was blown to shit by a shotgun dying on the floor and summoning the Black Regiment to drag their mortal remains off to wherever the Black Regiment drags mortal remains. It was wonderful. And after that flawless expedition into the Squat Pump homestead, they gathered up the heads of all the Squat Pumps, Bucephalus is being worth $500 and the remainder being worth $25 apiece, for a grand total of about $1,000 worth of Squat Pump parts. Right, they got headed back to the town of Cornflower Springs. Right, moseying a little too casual, like, apparently, because they found themselves a mite bit lost. Got turned around again. Turned out that they were, wandering past the same landmarks. Right, the sky starts to darken, even starts to come, and they seen themselves a nice welcoming homestead in the distance. They go out there, introduce themselves to the young boy that shoots the fence post next to him deftly, telling them that they need to stay off the proper tie until his pa comes back. Ma comes out, welcomes them in, gives them some victuals, says they can camp out on the front lawn. Everything's kind of on the up and up, except for the boy's insistence that they do not enter the dilapidated barn on the property, because when his pa was coming back, he was going to tear it down and it weren't safe. Well, we have one member of our posse who's a little on the curious side and doesn't rightly sleep like the others. Right, and he took himself a little mosey. Right, and got himself a little peekadoodle. Turns out that, the boy's pa was back after all. And young Billy's father was, in fact, a Hellstrom Industries automaton that had been severely damaged. We're assuming now in the Battle of Lost Angels, as many would be. And, that's a coinkydink, isn't it? A automaton that isn't going murdering, but claiming to be a man from the chicken scratchings of his name on the dirt floor of the barn. And they were just about to reconcile that fact when a tremendous racket led to the impeding arrival of a Hellstrom Industries brimstone armored wagon replete with Gatling gun and a full accompaniment of Hellstrom Industry Retrieval Squad boys. As if that wasn't bad enough, right as they were about to get on that there loudspeaker and tell everybody to put down their pig irons, there was a psst from the slats of the barn, and it's clear that the two agency boys, Cofield and Smith, Cofield and Swanson, had decided to make an appearance as well. They'd been asking about one Bartholomew Higgs and a metal man, both of which happen to be the same entity, now currently within the dilapidated barn on the Higgs homestead. Right, and that leaves us where we left off with the posse having themselves, I would call it a Sophie's Choice of sorts here. Right, because it's safe to assume now that whether Hellstrom Industries or the agency get their hands on Bartholomew Higgs, young Billy Higgs is going to be out of father. Sherilyn Higgs is going to be out of husband. Right? So neither of the two well-armed and equipped forces currently vying for Bartholomew Higgs are in the best interest of the Higgs family or homestead necessarily. Right? You would certainly leave them aghast. That being said, let's pull up thank you, Major Preston. Let's pull up the old mapperoonie of the Higgs farm here, so that we can recall that there is the brimstone armored wagon there, looking every bit evil. Several Hellstrom Retrieval Squad boys, and them agency gentlemen. Young Billy, currently in the barn with y'all. Bartholomew, Gatling gun out of ammo, claw still very much functional, but reduced to a single wound. Thank you, Toa.
We free to talk, or
Yeah, you've been free
we
to
get
talk
right
this
into
whole
it?
time.
I'm gonna try to restore this man's voice, but I have to let you know that retrieval team, they're probably going to disassemble him if they get their hands on him. We might be able to parlay with the agents enough to let this family have a proper goodbye.
Indeed, but I'm afraid the bigger issue is rather not getting caught in the crossfire. Because
We gonna turn tail and run, or do you want to actually pick a side here?
Well, no. I think it would be best if we were to offer our services to the side that is most likely to be friendly when this is all over, or at least most likely to be weak enough that we won't have much trouble with them when it's all over.
Don't particularly like these agents and their tone they took with me those days ago, but I also know what a retrieval team can do, and we're meat to them.
Those
We're just in their way.
still smell of ghost rock and death.
Well, frankly speaking, I believe that even if we were to take their side against the agents, then we would be left with no chips to bargain with, as they have that nasty little piece of machinery out there that quite takes away any advantage we've had. But
I'm going to do what I can in here. Do you want to skedaddle around back and speak to those agent boys? See if we can get those assurances?
oh, not at all, but I'll be on my way. And Mr.
I don't
Grayson,
suggest you walk out the front door.
I was not planning to. Mr. Grayson, would you like to join me there?
Of course.
Field's right here, by the way, on the map. I know you
Yeah,
can't see him because you got the line of sights, but
I suppose there isn't so much as a back door, but is there maybe a off-skew piece of paneling where we could sort of
it
peel
is a
over
very
something?
dilapidated barn. A strength roll or some bashing versus tough 7 could certainly break some of the paneling off.
Well, it'd be good to have a way out regardless. So I will go ahead and try and peel something back real quick. Not. I'm rather
Drat
worried
these
it'll come
nails.
down on us. Ugh. Well, gentlemen, I suppose that this will have to do. You've
I'm
got
gonna
them
go-
there, Grayson. Yes.
I'm gonna go pry that latch open for him.
Yeah, again, like, if you guys...
Cofield's right over here.
Yeah, he's right there, yeah.
I see.
Yeah. I need a distraction. I need those agent eyes off of me.
Right.
I mean, they're currently peering through the slants. So what's the plan, guys?
Well, gentlemen, we seem to be in rather a poor situation. What are you currently armed with?
Who, me?
You and whoever else you have out there with you.
Agency kit, Gatling
Right.
pistols, body armor, a couple of bells and whistles that you're not authorized to know about, pal.
What you're saying is nothing that could be used to deal with the multi-ton monstrosity perched in front of the barn there.
Not per se.
Excellent. Well then, Mr. Grayson, we find ourselves in a bit of a pickle.
We do indeed.
Luckily, you gentlemen have body armor. So, if you want Mr. Higgs in here, I do have a plan of attack, and of course, I suppose you don't, so that rather leaves us open to our sole options here. I would like you all to run that way, make a great big noise with those large old quick pistols of yours, and draw some attention away from us. And of course, kill as many of them as you can.
You want me to run in front of the Gatling gun on a Hellstorm Industry brimstone armored wagon so that you can make a break for it? That's your plan?
No. So that we could get closer to potentially disable it ourselves. Unless you would like to charge the thing head on, by all means, that's a fine plan from my perspective.
I was planning on just flashing the badge.
I think you
Very
should
well.
try that.
I think that's a great plan. Go ahead.
I mean, it's an agency badge. +1 to intimidation against people that know it. I mean, you know.
Yes, I'm sure that those men from Deseret would be quite intimidated by your U.S. government's authorization.
I mean, this is U.S. government territory. We're not in Deseret.
You should stop talking and just go for it.
just go for it. Just U.S. agency.
Listen, if you want to get yourself shot up and killed, by all means. I'm offering you an alternative which only might get you shot up and killed.
Stop talking him out of it.
I'm telling him to go for it.
And he's gonna come here, get a little peep around the corner, and go, "Fuck every bit of that."
Well, I thought you might see it that way.
I think I'm gonna try to get this automaton talking
So,
with
they don't.
Gadgeteer, if that's possible.
They don't ever, like, they don't come with talking. You know, like,
Yeah,
you would
that's what I
be
was.
cracking open the self-destructive explosive brain case, right? To wire something up to the brain so that it could talk. Like, I don't think you can do that. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So
Like-
speak languages would not work for what I'm thinking.
No.
Okay, so
Now-
never mind.
now-
That power will not work.
Potentially in some situations, maybe, but this, like, specifically narratively, right? The whole neural network of this thing is hard encoded in a thing that's designed to explode in a large burst template when it's tampered with. That's why nobody knows that there are brains inside the robots, right? It's the industry secret.
Got it. I just assumed it was malfunctioning. Didn't destroy itself when it was
Yeah.
damaged.
Has not
The
yet.
automatons are people.
Right?
The
Yeah.
secret ingredient is people.
That's fine.
That would
So
not be
not
a
doing
very
that.
popular thing to start shouting in any major area, for sure. No.
Oh yeah, no, that's just a movie reference. I'm sorry.
Right, no, yeah. Automatons are made from people. Yeah, I'm feeling
Well-
this. Charlton Heston.
Oh.
Although
there's a
Omega
side
Man
door
was
over
really...
here.
Yeah, there's a side door on the other side. It's tankward, unfortunately, but
Unfortunately, it is.
it's a quicker break to the more stable house from there, but then you have just the front door and the two open windows, you know?
Well, gentlemen, I don't suppose any of you have any explosives of any sort, Mr. Prophet?
I got.
Just Bartholomew Higgs here.
Well, I feel like that might be somewhat self-defeating, unfortunately.
Do you know anything about those armored wagons?
They have
I,
2 seats in the front. They carry 6 men in the back, and they have a standard ball turret mount on top with the Gatling gun.
While everyone's talking about things, Grayson is gonna I guess he's gonna come over here to these barrels and he's gonna play a quick game of solitaire.
Gentry, you think you can get Billy out in the back of the barn into safety in case things go bad?
Things are gonna go bad, but that boy does need to get to safety.
I mean, yeah, we could get me. What about Pa?
I'm taking care of your paw. I think I need to check out his legs, see if he can move. Just get back to the safety. I'm sure he wants you to be safe.
I mean, I can shoot, he says, pulls his 22.
That's
I look at Bartholomew and see if his head rotors, if he could nod yes or no.
No, I mean, you
He's
are
kinda just-
way advancing. They are they don't even have faces. They're like a stovepipe body, right? Big boiler on the back, a rudimentary head armor thing. They're human in that they're bipedal and they have 2 arms.
Bartholomew, can you move?
Yeah, I mean, he walked up to the front there. He can move, yeah. He's just out of
Okay.
ammo and is badly beaten. He's only got 1 wound left.
Hide him in the back.
Can I
Really,
get a?
appreciate your bravado, but I'm afraid that as this stands, this will be a rather nasty fight, and I'm going to need you to conserve your long arm there for helping your mother. But
That's fair.
I promise
Doctor.
you that we will do everything within our power to protect your father. That's my word as a knight.
You're a knight? That's right, you are a knight. I forgot. Whoa! It freaks out. Yeah. He's into it.
Prophet,
All right.
I hate to ask you, but do you got any of that juice?
Your hunch,
I can juice you.
Grayson, is that the easiest way to do any damage at all to that brimstone wagon would be to detonate Billy's father inside or next to it. That's your hunch.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I want him to get his son away so I could talk to the robot. If no one's going to get the boy to go back there, I'm going to threaten the boy to get out of here.
No, I mean he's moving.
Okay.
He got convinced by night chatter. He's gonna hang out by the side door and wait for a chance to break it back to the house.
gonna
gentlemen,
I start whispering to the robot up towards the side of its head.
And what do you whisper to the robot?
I say, do you want to protect your son? Because if you do, that right out there, reclamation unit, that's going to come through here, kill your family, burn your barn, burn your house, if we can't get your son and your wife out of here. Now you've got a choice. Do you want to go out there in a blaze of glory, or do you want them to take you and tear you apart?
Give me a persuasion roll.
As he's saying
Oh, well.
this, I'm out of earshot, and I'm going to...
Am I still shaking? I see a little shaking thing on me.
No.
Okay.
Well, our negotiations with the agents went well. Should we try the same with Hellstrom's boys?
His Gatling starts spinning at your suggestion there, Prophet.
I wish we could load that for you.
Now hold on. Don't go doing anything rash. I got an idea. Prophet, juice me up. I'm going in.
Hold on.
Oh,
I thought you just said not to do anything rash.
Now,
I
you
smile
cannot
and
teleport into the turret gun position because there is a body in it currently. You could teleport into the back of the wagon, or perhaps into the passenger seat of the front, or you could teleport next to the gunner, touch him, and teleport you both away. But you cannot, like, bamf into the spot he's currently occupying, if that was the plot. But
Hey, it's something. Getting in there is good enough. Dang.
and if you get into the driver's seat, then you're dealing with driving rolls at a -2 due to the innate complexity of a Hellstrom Industry spank brand new battle wagon, right? So I want to elucidate a little that getting there is easy enough. Getting there and perhaps doing the first two things I think I would think of might be a little more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Not impossible. Especially at that teleport, which is gross.
So let me know if you want me to. I'm standing there. A little chink, a little hypodermic comes out of my hand, is dripping, ready to inject you in the neck.
Listen, I'm doing something for this kid that I wish somebody could have done for me. And I'm going in.
Well, you got my science
I'm
and my axe.
your initiative, but
Alright, let's get the weird science for the juice.
Yep.
what exactly is your plan, just so we may relay it to the agents and potentially give you some sort of cover for this?
Getting stabbed in the neck with a
life.
scorpion.
I'm going to
Alright.
trash everything over there.
And I wait until he's done dramatically talking before I'm injecting him.
Yes, that's a lovely plan.
All right. Here we go.
He's juiced.
Hey, you're juiced. Let me remove my juice.
Not
Come back for refreshments. I'll reload.
a problem.
You
Thank
get 3
senpai.
rounds.
All right. What's the give me a range here. Oopsies. How do I do a range finder?
Drag both your right mouse button, drag it out. It'll give you the distance.
All right.
If you're trying to
How
get to
far
the
is that right
tank,
now?
you're looking at, what are we here? Like 20, 21.
All right. Teleport.
Round 1.
Range smarts times
Jesus.
2.
Agent Cofield, I believe we're about to kick it off here.
All right,
It's
I'll
12,
follow your lead.
24 yards, it says.
I gave it to him, Dora. Only remind me when I haven't, bud. It's from where you are. Or you
Yep.
just, yeah. Yeah, 21.
All right. Is that yards or the inches?
That's inches.
All right. So
And
12
each
inches
inches.
up to go. I need to go. Here's big math time. Big math time. I got to go 24 inches. All right.
Grayson needs one, did he?
I'm going to go to the back of this vehicle. Right here. Do you see my pointer?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cast Burst and fire 2 shots. And I could TP back at a -4, right?
Well, now, are you teleporting over there?
It's the safest way to do it.
All right. So teleport is 1 action,
Mhm.
right? Burst would be 2 actions, right? And then that would eat your first action there because you have the quickness on, right?
Mhm.
And then you would shoot, right? Which with your bonuses, you have the 1 action there, no multi-action penalty on that, right? And then you would teleport back.
Yep.
Yeah, -4 on everything, the whole stack.
All right. So how far can I run with this juice?
It doesn't juice your pace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
So
just
I'd have
gives
to
you
make
an
an
extra
action for that?
action. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right,
You would
all right.
if
So
you
teleport.
you would have to, and if you run, that's an action too. So if you were to run and then teleport, that eats 1 of your actions. You wouldn't be able to do the burst or the shoot or the teleport back.
All right, all right. So we're gonna go hardcore for this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready, boys?
No.
All right. I'm gonna put -4 in. I am going to get out there. Shoot. Should I do the second teleport or should I just? All right. I'm gonna teleport once. Now that'll give me a -2.
You have to give me your whole series of actions then.
Yeah,
What are you
yep.
doing?
So if I teleport out there,
Mhm.
burst, shoot, and I could walk, and that will cover my action.
I mean, so
That'd be 3 actions?
you'd teleport, or you'd still be 3 actions in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
you
it'd be
couldn't
-2
couldn't
instead of
teleport
-4?
back actually. What am I talking? Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't teleport back just
Yeah.
once.
It's fucking quickness. All right. I hate your character sometimes.
So
So
he's teleporting in there to
teleport
shoot them,
in.
basically.
You burst. That's 1 action. You shoot. That's 2 actions. You walk. That's no action. So everything would happen at a -2 then.
And everything will happen at a -2.
Yes.
All right.
A little more realistic.
All right. And I'm gonna walk back behind the wagon and use it as cover.
Okay.
I mean, I assume this thing doesn't have like
No.
angling on.
I mean, it could just drive forward though. You know.
Yeah, just see what happens.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm ready to
Mhm.
run.
It is still like a tank. Like I think
It
that still works against people. Last I checked.
I mean, does it turn like a tank?
Yeah, it's tracked. Yeah.
Oh, well.
One quick reminder: is there any other way out besides these two, the front and the side door, out of this thing?
You could blast a hole in the wall versus tough 7. You make a door wherever you want. Mind you, if you critically fail on that, you're going to bring this whole rickety-ass barn down on top of you. So.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Well, it looks like I'm
Go
about to
over
pop
there.
off right now.
After you pop off, then it's initiative, too, so...
Well, it was a pleasure knowing you, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure knowing you.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho. All right. First things first. I'm playing an adventure card.
Ooh.
Tricky.
Mechanical malfunction, a device breaks in some way, alright.
I'm using it on the armored wagon.
Which device on the armor wagon? What part of it is breaking down? Can't be the whole armored wagon.
It's going to be the tracks.
Okay.
Can't move.
Roger that.
All right. That's that part. Okay. Now teleport time. Oops. There we go. All right.
Spell for the teleport. -2.
Yep. Negative. Oopsies. That's plus 42. No, sir. -2. All right. Wish us luck, boys. Oh wait, that's I gotta add the range on that spell because it's that was longer than the range regular. So I gotta add the point for range. Well, I guess I don't have to do it. I just do it myself, right?
Yeah, you take it from your power pool.
Yeah.
Bamf.
All right, bam. All right, so that was 3 points of my power pool. 3. All right, now we're gonna fire off. Wait, the burst. All right.
Okay.
Now we're doing burst at the damage plus. All right. So hopefully this hits. We gotta click the. Super sorry. Oops. I clicked myself, right? Right click myself?
You gotta control click the 3 fellas you're trying to hit.
Hello, fellas.
Give me 1 second here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a brain fart. I think, yeah, cone. So you want to make sure, firstly, you can get them all in a cone originating from yourself. Looks like we can. Yeah. Good there. Then control click all 3 of them.
Yep, they're all clicked.
And then in the combat tracker, you can tell because it'll show them targeted. And then roll your spell casting for burst.
All right, spell casting for burst. And. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Get
my
your
minus 2 was
candidate
gone for some
37.
reason.
What's that?
My minus 2 was gone for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you
You
go.
can click that action button there. You can click that, and it'll automatically apply the multi-action penalty. And if you click it twice, yeah. Also, when you run, and then the plus on the damage die down there if you need to redo critical damage for whatever reason. But
all right, here we go, boys. Pray!
It looks like you targeted the wagon instead of old boy, but it would have hit old boy anyway. But you will need to actually target him to get the damage to go off.
Whoops. All right, so let me unclick the wagon. Boop. And which boy is that?
Probably the one right in front there, 2. Yeah, it looks like 2. You got the wagon again there.
Got the wagon again?
Yeah, here. Try now.
All right, there we go. I said the tracks are broken, damn it!
All right, let's
Who's letting it move sideways like that?
Let's try that burst again now. This time with feeling -2. Now we have them all targeted, so it'll do the math.
Oops. -2.
Or just that 2 action. That'll do it too.
And do I have to click twice for the damage? Because it's or click once?
No, just roll the spell casting again.
Oh, okay.
That way it'll target all of them successfully.
All right. Well, was it 3 hits already?
No, that's the last roll you did. Roll the burst again now that you have the right target selected.
Oh.
The spell casting there, yeah. All right. Excellent. That is. You want to Benny that?
All right, let's try that again.
With feeling, ew.
All right, we're gonna do that again. The first time was fine.
I know. If only we had the right targets.
If only I did.
And remember the -2. Or the 2 action. Man.
Burning these bennies! Because that's that damn mistake.
Otherwise, we gotta start doing head math against the damage. And
All right, that's
there
much
we
better.
go. There we go. Yay! See, it was worth it in the
Yay.
end there. You hit all 3 with the race. Now, grab your damage dice and then just right-click them once. That should add another d6 to it. And then it'll automatically do that. And you're gonna have to do that 3 times.
All right.
Again. That'll probably do.
Oh yeah.
6 wounds. All right, and one more time.
Oh yeah.
There you go. 2 of them
All
froze
right.
solid.
2 of them froze solid, and which one's the last one that's alive? That's shaken.
I'll show you in just a sec. Yeah. And yeah, why is it not giving me an indicator here? All right.
All right.
Killed 2 of them. Got the 3rd one there.
All right. We're gonna shoot him with my Thunderer regular shot.
Roger, roger.
Target. All right. Dumping on him.
-2.
Oh yeah, it's on there.
Excellent hit.
That's a hit. Regular shot going off on him. Pow.
And he is down.
All right, he's down. And now for my other shot, the fadeaway shot, I'm going to shoot this guy right here with the long barrel special.
The one up at the house there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, because I see him now and I got another shot. All right, ignores 2 points of range penalty. All right, how do I do that in my Peacemaker?
I think that is probably still... That's 12. Add just +2 to the shot, but since it's at -2, just roll it flat.
All right, rolling it flat.
Thank you. Greg Ketchup.
All right.
Oh, Gentry. Shit, my bad. Edward, drop
And
it, Betty.
we're rolling it. Thank you kindly. That man was strong.
Yeah, did you roll the attack?
Did I roll it on him?
Or did you
No.
roll, yeah, roll it. Here, I'll just drag it over him.
I think I rolled it on. I thought I rolled it on him.
There you go.
All right, hits. And gonna damage him.
That on him.
God damn it, I did it again.
And he is shaken.
And he's shaking. And I'm just gonna mosey on over here to get cover.
Roger, roger. All right, and with that, we are on with the actual initiative. All right, Edward, you are up first.
Lovely. With a Joker. Excellent. So then, my understanding is that this is a suitably tough vehicle that no amount of small arms fire is going to do anything, regardless of if we're trying to shoot at a boiler or something like that.
Yeah. Heavy weapons. Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
see.
yeah, and y'all notice the tracks of these things come pew! when I try to like freeze it using my and the tracks go haywire on this thing.
Excellent.
Where's your flavor, boys?
And once again, just as a sort of introduction to how Savage Worlds actually works here, heavy weapons are stuff like cannons and the like.
Yeah, it'll have the heavy weapon property as a part of it. Certain spells can be made heavy weapons with modifiers. But yeah, it's like a cannon, explosives.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, I'm going to do. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to jump right on out here. See that there is actually no one I can fire at. And then just for the sake of it, I'll take a shot at the wagon. I know it does nothing, so I won't bother with it. And
Quing, yeah.
Yeah, and jump back in. It does double damage, though, because I got a Joker that round.
That's true. So, double 0 damage.
Exactly.
So you've multiplied it by a force factor of 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah.
Agent Swanson's gonna peek around the corner here. Aha, he says. Brimstone armored vehicles up, the back doors fly open, and the Hellstrom Retrieval Squad inside burst forth. Alright, there's no eloquent way to do that, of course, because you are Fantasy Grounds. Yay! Come on. I really... Woe and loathe. Woe and loathing. There we go. And... is there anybody... Oh, shit, Swanson. Gatling gun is going to go ahead and rear itself up here. The Gatling gun is capable of, full auto fire, right? Which gives a plus to both damage and to hit at the expense of bullets, right? Fired is based on the rate of fire of the thing. Thing's spooled up, it's going to be doing +3 on both as it goes to Gatling Agent Swanson. Oh my.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I have to do the +3 then. No. There it is, there we go. +3. It's fine though. Just 2d8 AP2. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Yeah, he is not fine. His armored vest eats the first couple of rounds, and then the fabric, gets destroyed, and it no longer has the... Can
I use my player's version of Soak for this man?
No.
I can't. No. I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, I have an adventure card I want to play.
I believe...
Only what? I can't play an adventure card?
Unless you've got like an edge or something, it's only 1 per session, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, 1 per session. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no, the Dark Bargain. There's a couple of things that there's a couple of adventure cards that'll let you play more than one adventure card moving forward. And there's an Edge, Destiny's Child that lets you do it as well.
Oh, I thought this was use them or lose them.
No, you get one for every rank your character is to pick from, so you'll have 3, but you can only ever play 1 unless there's something special about your character. Yeah.
Welcome to Deadlands.
Yes, sir. But he is, not loving that. Why doesn't he have bennies? He should have bennies.
We're figuring out Suede slowly.
That's weird. There we go. I'll give him his 2 bennies so he can spend 1 to hopefully And why is his bennies not? Oh, I hate this so much. Now we're just gonna do a vigor roll for him manually, since we're. Yay! And he does not soak. He is in a bad way. And the Brimstone Armor Wagon is not going to drive. Agent Cofield is going to say something like, Swanson! No! Right? Maybe fire his Gatling gun up into the air on his knees, because, I mean, what the fuck else is going to do? It's a tank, right?
Are the agents considered not wild cards? They're just extras?
No, they're wild cards.
Oh, okay.
What about the tank? Is it a wild card?
It is not. Sherilyn Higgs is going to scream from inside the house and get her cult army and, hide beneath the table.
Makes sense.
Billy Higgs is going to make a run for it. Oh. Is that... Oh, no, Billy Higgs. Billy Higgs makes it to right next to the front door. Grayson
Told him to stay back.
told him to go defend his ma, I believe. What was
No,
he
I didn't
instructed
tell him to do that.
I told him to hide.
He just doesn't listen.
You're muted, Grayson.
Sorry about that. You hear me now?
Yep.
I'm hoping that the two agents are occupied with each other and whatever Brokeback Mountain kind of thing is going on right now.
Right.
All power to them.
Emphatically, we already had a dude teleport in front of them, so don't worry about that.
Well, I don't know about that, but
No, he definitely teleported and then killed several of them with an ice burst and then used a magical bullet in front of them. No, it's established at this point. It's canonical. Yes. And
Well,
for
if
a
he saved
penny.
their life, maybe they'll
Did
overlook
you
that.
did you save their lives? 'Cause
Oh, we're gonna work on it.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'm gonna try.
all right. So
Briefly.
I guess the cat will be out of the bag. I'm going to go ahead and fling a playing card over into the midst of these guys right here.
Mm-hmm. Why, do you have the range for that?
It's smarts times 2.
Oh, and that's right. Your smart's 12, you son of a bitch.
And I guess I've got some options, right, that I can do with this spell.
Yeah. I mean, you have to declare them before you, roll the spell casting, but you can soup it in any of the modifiers that you have available to you.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and spend double the points to get damage. So that'll change it from a 2d6 to a 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna hurt. Hope I hit. All right. So I got a control click on these guys. Yeah.
Yeah, control click everybody in the group. You got 3 of them so far. 4, 5, 6. There you go. Now the spell casting roll. Interesting enough, blast could be turned into a heavy weapon as well, but that's neither here nor there.
Why didn't that show up?
Because you did not roll it in the chat. Or Fantasy Grounds is broken. 6 of one, half dozen the other. Yeah, looks like it's declaring some of those guys out of range. Which
Weird.
is interesting to me. Never seen that before.
I mean, they're all in the blast radius. Yeah.
They definitely are. Where does that... Oh, well, that's why. Because the very end of this arrow is the center of your blast radius. You can't toss it out there, so you did just get 3 in there.
Well, then I just would have stepped forward 2 more.
Okay, well, then step forward 2 more and re-roll.
All right, I guess I'll Benny that.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to my world.
Using the actual game mechanics, it's...
Tragic. Oh.
That was
That's
worth it.
tragic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Still hitting one of them as being out of range for whatever reason, but we're gonna go with it because it's doing the math. So let's roll
Right,
5
and-
damages.
And so what do I have to do to get that third?
So right-click once when you're holding the dice, and then it'll automatically add the critical damage you got on top of it from the race.
It doesn't appear to be doing that, but I'll throw it and see what happens.
When you're holding the dice in the air and you right-click while holding the dice, it doesn't add a d6?
It wasn't at that point.
Because that's,
Right, so that's-
yeah, that's not gonna work though. I mean, okay, that's number 11. We really need to get the automation down here.
Oh no, I got it. I got it.
All right, excellent.
That'll do.
That'll do. Roll it again. There we go. Roll it again. Okay.
Don't care. I'm going to keep going.
Excellent.
And one more.
Yep, with feeling. Yay!
Temper.
Quite a clear. Card goes out, explodes, I'm assuming, with that?
Oh yeah.
Into several other cards. Yeah, Hellstrom Industries
it's
regrets
just a
this
merv.
assignment. Gentry Owens.
All right. Hearing that explosion go off, I'm gonna. All right, I'm still juiced.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna walk around the corner. I'm going to burst and fire 4 times.
Okay.
All right. All right, so that's -2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, back to my old template right there. I might as well just use it. So Macona's still on the map.
Okay.
Does that catch the boys? I'm gonna rotate this.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure it will.
Can't rotate it myself. That's not my cone, actually. Show cone, Captain.
It's fine. It's within the blast radius.
All right.
Just control click both those boys. Let me get rid of all these pointers.
That's got a little bit messy here.
Do I have them selected?
You have 1 selected so far. Now you have none of them. Now you have 1. There you go. Now you got them both.
There we go, boys. All right. And roll burst.
Yep. Bamf. Benny,
Yeah,
and
well,
I
you know
take
what
it.
I got Benny. Have y'all met my friend Benny?
Oh, Benny.
I'm gonna bend you
That'll probably do it.
into oblivion.
The problem with this game is that I'm gonna have to start creating combat encounters that are just like, oh yeah, it's an army of 900 tanks and 4 automatons, and they're all teleport proof because they, oh, did I mention they're ice resistant and they're bulletproof and This is nuts. This is nutty. I'm gonna have to kill the guy that gives quickness. One of the two's gotta happen. Johnny's head's just gonna explode. Just
Nope.
it's so
I'll
gross.
I'll get rid of that power.
So gross.
All right. And the hell just happened?
You killed one?
Killed one. Next roll.
You got those dice exploding cheats punched in tonight too.
Yeah. Rip. And I'm
Pick
gonna
up
walk
a
around. I'm
ghost.
gonna see the carnage of cards and just viscera everywhere.
Oh yeah. No, it's a
And I'm just gonna
goddamn
all
charnel
right.
house.
that cleared it up. Is the back of this wagon open?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Can I see anybody in there?
No, I mean that's the back area where they pour it out of. It's just, the dude in automaton storage. Like the back of
okay.
a infantry vehicle,
So he can't be seen. How many more feet can I walk?
Your pace is probably 6. So it
All
depends
right.
on how many you started there. It looks like you did 3, so probably 3.
All right, 3. All right. And this guy, number 5, is visible.
Yeah, it depends on your line of sight. Yeah, looks like it.
All right. And all right, so we're gonna shoot him. Pow. All right, that hits.
Yep.
All right.
And he is down.
All right, he's down. I got 3 more shots I called out before. So I'm gonna walk my happy ass over here. So, all right, that is the maximum of my range right there. So that's all done for me for walking. And I'm gonna fire again at this guy.
Okay. Miss.
All right, we're gonna shoot again with this.
And remember your multi-action penalty there too.
Yeah, it's still up there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
two
see
actions.
it.
Yep.
See it
All
on
right,
the
that hits.
first one. I saw it on the second. That's weird. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, hit.
Yeah, the second one was a miss. And the last shot going off.
I'm still not seeing that multi-action.
It doesn't say it there? Because I have it up 2 actions.
Range, -2, 6, target 4. Oh, you rolled an. Oh, okay, never mind. They changed the way they display the math into 2 separate sections now. You're good. Yeah, unharmed.
Okay. So he is shaken, but unharmed, right?
Yep. No,
All right.
unharmed altogether, not even shaken.
Shot number, the one right before this one that hit, it shook him. Right?
Oh,
Number 3?
yeah. Mhm. Yeah,
number
that
3?
last one
Cool.
didn't shake him, though. It did nothing to him.
Yeah, he's shaking. So that was my 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it.
Okay.
That happened.
All right. Bartholomew Higgs, nothing. Retrieval Squad boy, still shook. Johnny, you're up.
Awesome. Well, I do know somebody was hurt. I could hear them screaming, no! So I think I'm going to do a multi-action for a run and a heal this turn.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and roll my running die. See if I can make it. So let's see if I can get out there and up to a body. That is a... 6. Oh. Okay. And Agent Cofield was wounded, so I'm going to try to heal him at a
Agent
-2.
Swanson was wounded.
Oh. Where was Swanson?
That's an excellent question, given your line of sight.
Okay. I thought it was somewhere. I heard it somewhere, probably over this direction. So I get to there. Do I see Swanson? Or the person that was wounded?
Do you see Swanson? I mean, it's your character's line of sight is determining whether or not you see. If you can see his token, yes. If you can't, then no.
Oh, no, I guess not. Okay, I get up there. I say, where is he?
By the house.
Okay. Well, I guess I will wait there now. So I can't do my action.
Sherilyn Gentry, you're up.
Oh, Merlin. I'm gonna fire off once again at this young feller over here. I'm gonna fire 4 shots in general. That counts as one action.
Yes.
All right. This guy's getting pieceworked, and then I'm gonna crawl around this wagon and shoot whatever I can inside.
Which again is, I mean, nothing.
Oh, ain't nothing in there?
I mean, there's a dude in the armored cockpit. You'd have to get into the cockpit to shoot him. That's a tank, you know?
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's got windows or...
Is the Gatling gun covered?
On top, and you killed the Gatling gunner.
Okay. All right. Well, damn. Whoever's in there is just screwed.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And he is down. And that is the Hellstrom Retrieval Squad, guys.
Whew.
Oh.
That's... Huh.
Well, I waste no time if we're out of combat.
Yeah, I mean, there's a tank there, but it's just a guy that's just sitting there. It's incapacitated. He can't do anything, so... You're out of combat.
Okay. I'm going to run over and heal.
Come on out.
Yes, I will reload my weapon and stand out ready. Mr. Grayson, please do keep in mind that these agents may not be friendly for much longer.
I understand that.
And then I will indicate to the gentleman inside. You are quite outgunned and quite outmanned. If you come out a lot now, then shut this monstrosity off, then we will be, well, most forgiving.
A little hatch opens on the top, and there's a thump. And then the sky lights up like daylight as the flare goes off the ghost rock and it crackling. Right, and the hatch closes back down.
I'm guessing he just called for reinforcements.
Yes, that sounds about right. You're sure? I suppose he's up there. Never met a mad scientist that didn't carry dynamite. What a
Everybody give me a
strange man.
notice roll. Grayson, and Gentry, Agent Swanson's lying there bleeding out. Agent Cofield is nowhere to be found. He has apparently booked. Now, as to whether or not that's because this was a clear failure of his mission, or the demonstration of magics, or, you know, the flare going off, or whatever, he is no longer there.
Swanson
is.
able to be recoverable?
That would very much so depend on your healing roll.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
As he works on that, I'm going to walk over and procure his firearm.
8.
Excellent. Standard Gatling pistol.
believe 8 is a raise, so that would.
Yep.
Okay.
He is stabilized and woundless.
Agent, are you lucid?
Ish, adjacent.
Well, let's get you to your feet. I'm going to help him up.
Yeah,
I'm
stands
a
up and
bullet.
immediately goes for his pistol, which is not there.
Temper. We have a little bit of discussion first. Of course, when the rest of Hellstrom's goons come in, we will be happy to hand it back to you.
What do you mean the rest of Hellstrom's? Oh, he says,
Yeah, you
finally
saw
catching
that.
sight of the flare. We need to get the fuck out of here, boys.
That was
Mhm.
kind of my assertion as well. I don't suppose you know how to drive something like that, do you?
I mean, maybe. It makes a whole lot of ruckus. It's not exactly the stealth option. And I think they get about
Consider this a
60
gift.
miles to a pound of ghost rock, so. Unless you guys are flush with it.
I suppose that's fair. I just didn't think that taking this mother and son out of their homestead.
I
on
didn't say
foot
anything
would-
about taking them out. This is a wash, boys.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not going to leave them here to die, so.
I suppose that is very much so your prerogative.
I run back to the.
And not part of the mission. Where's
All
Cofield?
right, as an aside, I prepared 2 shootist bullets. Do those count as successes?
Yes.
All right. Those are 2 knife through butter rounds.
Okay.
Plus 4 AP.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to take a shot at the cockpit of this thing. Does it
Okay.
penetrate?
Well, let me see here. I gotta read the specifics. And even then, it's not like, yes, it'll definitely penetrate because you have to roll against
Exactly.
the toughness and all that shit, so. Plus 4 AP. I mean, that would definitely help. With that, though, you'd probably be better off to just try and destroy the vehicle, though. You know, when
Yeah.
take out the guy in the cockpit on a random cold shot against a site you can't see through cover, you know.
I mean, yeah.
But if you put a few rounds of that under the side of the vehicle, chances are, I mean, with the way you've been rolling tonight, you could do enough to disable it. Bearing in mind that it's got a ghost rock boiler and they tend to.
No. I'm afraid your partner's already run for the hills, and I'm afraid that unless you wish to trek through the maze unarmed, then
Yeah,
it
let's
is fair
see
to
here.
make them now.
He was shot in the response of Gatling fire from Gentry, so he did see Gentry teleport. Yeah, sorry, I was just clarifying the line of whether he was incapacitated or not before that had occurred. I mean, so, like, you guys are, like, he has spent his whole career in training, right? Killing Gentry and Graysons, right? Making the world safe from them. And now you guys have just demonstrated that the amount of your foul, perfidious, satanic energy is capable of instantaneously killing a dozen well-armed Hellstrom industry troops and an armored vehicle. So while he does find himself at a disadvantage, if you think that he's going to be receptive at all, like, I think you misunderstand the point of the agency. And in fact, where Cofield is likely sprinting to right now, you know?
Totally. Yeah. No, the intent is more so it would be really nice to have another gun than this guy's going to be our friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not as if Edward has spoken to a plethora of agents anyhow. So
Right. I mean, the enemy of your enemy is your friend, for sure. I mean, it tracks, but, like, this would be the most uneasy alliance in the history of Deadlands, you know what I mean?
Indeed. Yeah.
I would not give an agent a Gatling gun in a line of fire when there was a hex slinger. And
I was just doing my duty to heal him. I'm not going to let the man die, so.
Who's
or
got
a weird
a,
scientist, really, but I mean, that's a little more forgivable, you know?
Which one of you boys got the ghost rock?
I'm going to shout when I hear you yelling that. Get as much ghost rock as you can out of there as I run to
Yeah.
the barn.
Well,
to speak to the
Ghost Rock out of
automaton.
where?
I'll be honest, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
But it's your prerogative. You're free to go if you'd like to trek unarmed through the maze.
No, I was asking as the GM. Ghost Rock out of
gotcha.
where?
Fair enough.
What are you trying to?
Oh well, I don't know how they store their ghost rock. Since Gentry's over there messing around, I just kind of shouted to grab any ghost rock you can find.
It currently being used as fuel in the boiler. I mean, he'd have to reach his hand into the. I mean, they only carry the supply they're using. You know, they stock them. Carrying excess ghost rock is just stupid. It's a dumb thing to have on your person in any quantity, right?
Profit.
It is volatile. It is it makes you literally
Set a fire under this
insane.
thing.
Sorry, I'm talking to the automaton. What did you say?
Again, you
Set
have
a fire under this thing. Cook this mother.
You have the knife
Just
like
kinda
butter
put 'em out.
rounds. I mean, why don't we just shoot the armored wagon?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, you can shoot it.
Yeah, you could literally just. I mean, you pop the boiler, the whole thing is gonna go up, right? Like, you now have an AP piercing weapon that I think literally beats the Brimstone's armor value. No, you almost completely negate the armor value of it altogether. But you can punch through with the damage there. So I mean, it's
Yeah. Well, if I shot inside of it, it would be to kill the driver.
Again, like that's not
Oh,
really
yeah.
a game system on a target you can't see, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, but you can shoot the vehicle. You can do your weapons damage versus the vehicle's toughness, and you can destroy the vehicle, which would take out the driver. Like, taking out the driver would be, like, that's a whole... It's a can of worms. You can't see him. He's in an armored thing. I mean, it's a -8 to hit him since he's in full cover, right? Like, there's a bunch... It's just, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn to Gentry and just say, do you have anything you can scuttle that with? With the tracks off like that, it'll be no use to us anyhow.
Yeah, sure thing. All right. So,
Just normal shooting. I
boy,
guess.
get your
Yep.
ma. Y'all gotta leave.
Yes, I believe that is.
And yeah, some distance away would be wise.
I'm going to.
Johnny has been talking with the automaton, explaining if he can move on his own volition, him and his wife and child need to leave now.
I mean,
They are in grave danger,
yes,
all of them.
his wife and child can run. He's pace 4. You know, yes, certainly. He's got a claw, but I mean, him leaving with them isn't you know. A, what are they going to put a trench coat on him? You know, and then B, like boom, boom. Boom. We're fleeing. Boom.
I'm just telling him what has to happen, and that we're
Give
leaving.
him a poncho, cut a carpet, something.
Right.
I'm gonna light this thing up.
Just give him a wig. It's fine. It passed. Just draw a little smiley face on him.
While he's
Yeah,
doing
it's
that, I'm going to be trying to negotiate with Sherilyn to evacuate the house and not shoot me if I try to come inside.
So, first off, she did not know Bartholomew Higgs was in the barn. Probably still doesn't. Some dudes just showed up and started shooting, right? So she doesn't know that her son's been out there talking to her dead husband, right? And you're going to knock on the door and say, pardon me, time to leave. Oh, and by the way, that robot's your old man, Pip Pip, right? Like, it's...
I wasn't going to go that far, no. I was simply going to say, it seems that those Hellstrom men have sent up a flare. They're likely to come back this way again. It would be best if you and your child were to leave. We are happy to escort you, but I would understand if you would not be kind to that sort of imposition at this point.
Sherilyn's gonna clutch her pearls and say, whatever are they here for?
Well, I believe that there is an automaton out in your barn that they are quite fascinated with.
There's a middleman in my barn?
Yes, honestly, I really must emphasize how little time we have to speak of this. You are in imminent danger.
I mean, I suppose she would probably have a go. I mean, how the fuck? I'm struggling to even really wrap my head around. All right, so you guys show up. She feeds you some bean soup. You go to bed, 2 a.m, a wagon. I mean, she clearly thinks you guys are like the impetus for this, right? Like, I mean, Like, I'm not sure. This is probably going to be a social conflict. You definitely hit the wagon with a raise. Go ahead and roll your damage against it, Gentry.
You're standing awful close to that wagon. That's why I went in the barn.
No, he's 9 away. He's
Oh.
fine.
For some reason, envisioned it going up like a nuke.
Boom, boom. It says heavy armor because it didn't take into account that you now have a heavy weapon, but congratulations. You have fired a disabling shot into it. Let me pull up the table.
Oh, I didn't. How do I get the -4 in the AP? Do I have to type it in?
No, you would have to. Yeah, it's convoluted. We have to do head math there.
Hmm.
Oh, look at that. You killed the crewman.
Oh.
Did it anyway. Yeah, shrapnel ricochets around the inside of the thing. You hear an ugh and a slumping noise. Yeah. Now it's a disabled trackless APC with a driver's brain spread all over the interior of the locked cab.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Well, my friends, I think it's time for us to go with haste. I think sticking around here is a very, very bad idea.
Yep.
Sherilyn comes out with her go bag. She goes, "Where's my boy?" At that moment, Billy is going to come leading Bartholomew Higgs out of the barn.
Oh, dear.
"Billy, you get away from that right now," she says, leveling the rifle.
Ma'am, hold on now. Hold on.
"I don't know who the hell you think you are, mister. What you doing with my boy, but you need to get the fuck off my property."
Ma'am, Miss Sherilyn, this boy's got to tell you something. Go ahead, Billy. Tell your mom.
It's Pa, Ma. It's Pa, the middleman's Pa. What do you mean that's Pa? Pa's dead, Billy. You gotta get that through your head. He ain't never coming back. No, look, show him, Pa. You know, his claw opens and closes, you know.
Ma'am, it doesn't matter who he is. Those Hellstrom people are going to come back for him.
No.
Well, that's all the more reason for Billy to get the hell away from him then.
Hold on. I got an idea. Mr. Higgs, can you rightly rip open that hatch there? And Billy, do you think you could drive this thing? You got to teach you about anything with the mechanics?
Fucking, there is absolutely no way Billy can drive this. No.
Yeah, its tracks are off.
Yeah, we've blown the tracks off. We've spread the brains of the
time.
dude all over the interior. It's a repair roll at a -2 and 10 minutes to even try and fix it. And then you're going to teach this boy, all right, so you've been on a horse like 5 times. Here's a tank. This is the accelerator pedal. You're going to need to switch these when you want to rotate. Now, the ball turn is operated by toggling these, you know, like, oh my
I'm
lord.
going to the wagon. See you later. I take off to the wagon.
Yeah, no, I mean, hauling ass
Get
on
outta
that
here.
wagon, again, full of decaying body parts, is probably the best take at this point.
Yeah,
I
yeah. That,
understand you have very little reason to trust us, but you
Let's start
really
working
must
on
get out of here. Now, if you'd like an escort, I would be happy to provide it, but if you'd like to just take it on foot, by all means. Whatever.
I'm with him. Let's go.
You, can hear, right, off in the distance, right, a rumbling noise start to build. Bartholomew Higgs, right, goes down crudely on one knee, right, points his mechanical claw at Sherilyn, and scratches a big cartoon heart into the ground, which is probably totally anachronistic. I don't know when they started that shit.
Good lord. Now or never, I'm afraid, and I'm heading for the car.
yeah, I'm getting in the cart and getting all ready to go. And
Sherilyn seems kind of shook by the gesture, right? She's going to give it a wide berth as she snatches Billy. Bartholomew's going to stand up and slowly start to walk towards the sound of the rumbling. No, Dad, no, you can't do it. Don't go.
You're the man now, Billy.
Are you guys going to take Billy and Sherilyn with you, or are you going to
That's
leave
their
them
choice.
here?
Edward is in favor. If
Come
I-
along.
Really up to them.
quickly. Yeah. If they are willing to come and are going to mount up, then Edward is in favor.
In our cart full of rotting heads.
Billy's certainly not, but Sherilyn, I mean, you know, any port in a storm, right?
Mm-hmm. Billy, it's time to be the man your father raised you to be. Mr. Higgs, thank you.
He gives you the Terminator thumbs up.
Mm.
We're gonna slowly walk away. You guys start to ride in the other direction. I imagine whipping those reins, bag of heads, smelling oddly and moistly in the back of the Calistoga kind of deal you got going on. It is a couple of minutes, and then there is like a intake of air suddenly, and a tremendous fireball in the distance back in the direction of the homestead, probably 100 feet tall. When all is said and done. No rumbling sound afterwards, though. For those of you at home, Mr. Higgs' final action was to take that hydraulic claw and use it to puncture his own brain case, therefore self-detonating as the two armored wagons with the Hellstrom Industries reinforcements rolled up to the homestead, thusly saving his family by sacrificing himself in the knowledge that they would have no further reason to pursue them with his demise. But that'll be tough explaining to Billy, and we will do that after the break. That's right, mid-show break, guys. Let's turn this money in. Let's get back to Cornflower Springs. Happier times. $1,000. I'm sure the luck has been running just solid. Who's breathing into their mic there? Somebody's giving me big nostrils full of mic air. Which one of you stopped breathing just now? All of you did. That's the problem. Thank you for watching so far.
I'm pushed to talk, so.
We're here 3 nights a week. We got Pirates. We got Post-Apocalypse. We will not have a show this Friday evening. I recommend you tune into the Saving Throw show. Their run of Deadlands is phenomenal right now. They have taken Nightlinger's Carnival and flipped it on its head to use it as a narrative device that I find very, very engaging. But we will be back on Friday next week when all our players return from their travels. So stick around for the 10 minutes, catch the second half of this show, and then come back for 50 Fathoms on Tuesday, you magnificent bastards. We'll be right back. Howdy, partners. We're back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break there. As you'll recall, the posse just tore through Hellstrom Industries Retrieval Squad, a brimstone armored wagon, and they're reinforcing, troop movement, which, super casual, not at all attention getting with the giant fireball that rose into the sky or them riding away hastily.
I don't see
Unfortunately,
any change. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
yeah, it's gonna
All
lag.
right.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. As I was saying, now I lost I had a train going there. I was gonna start riding it, and then Grayson hasn't seen the Twitch stream change, and now I have to fill this time until my brain fills in the gaps where I was going. So they're riding
I'll
away.
interrupt you.
Fireball in the background, right? Very, very successful. Not even a scratch on a single posse member, Billy Higgs or Sherilyn Higgs. Unfortunately, Bartholomew Higgs made the ultimate sacrifice for his family in detonating himself to the... All right, somebody's breathing in that goddamn mic again. Which one of you is it?
Mine was off.
You sons of bitches. All right. It's not you, Henry. I'm going to say it's going to happen. One of you guys is going to flash. That green light's going to stop holding your breaths. All right. But... Ah! God damn it, Bill.
What? No, this is up.
No, it was 100% you. I heard the breath. I looked up. Your thing was flashing, mister. So, yeah. All right. But, riding away Fireball, right? Sad Billy. Sherilyn still trying to figure out what the hell's going on and what that goddamn smell is, right? They were very successful in not getting a scratch, right? Saving the day, right? Perhaps the most victorious they have ever been in a combat yet. Unfortunately, they used a whole bunch of Satan power to do it in front of a couple of dudes whose whole job it is to go, uh-oh, Satan power, we got to do something about that. So, while it was a narrative impediment, I feel maybe responsible as a GM because I haven't hammered home to these guys over the last 6 or so episodes that the agent's whole shtick is magic bad. No, wait, no, there was the checkpoint, and then there was the second checkpoint, and then there was the I make the air cold around me as I leave, and the teleporting, and the magic bullets. Yeah, no, there was many opportunities where I was like, hey guys, don't do magic in front of the agents, right? And so what we decided to do was just a fuck ton of magic in front of the agents, and not that like benign parlor magic, right? They didn't do a card trick. Well, they did do a card trick, but it was a card trick that killed 5 guys in a single flick of the wrist.
So let me interrupt just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because one guy was bleeding out on the ground. I'm
Right.
pretty sure he didn't see that. And the other guy, he was actually standing behind me. So did he actually see me do anything?
You know, the sun was in his eyes the whole time, and things just randomly explode. Oh, I mean, that's just, oh yeah, you went like this. There was an
Weird
explosion of...
science.
Well, so what if they saw us? What are they gonna do? Shoot us? I took their gun.
That's true. That's the only threat that the Pinkerton Detective Agency, being financed by the U.S. government specifically to hunt down paranormal subjects and, eradicate / negate them. Yeah, no, that's the only thing we have to worry about. It's pretty much you got Mulder and Scully, right? And you said, hey, look, I'm a fucking alien, right? That's what's going on here. So now...
Persuasion on the marshal, please.
Huh?
Can we get a persuasion on the marshal to convince the marshal that nobody saw a thing?
Right, yeah, nobody saw it. Well, that's funny because one of them literally carries a device called a Nomizer, right? That it just, it Men in Blacks you. So there were lots of ways that encounter could have shaken out. Honestly, I think you guys probably got the best possible result with some, down the road, 8 episodes from now when y'all are real comfortable that I've forgotten about the agency, But that's not really a point right now because you have escaped, right? They only can send so many Hellstrom tanks after one automaton, right? And I think 3 is probably that number. And what with the fireball, I'm sure the next one that'll come through will, verify that it detonated and there's no risk of it being discovered for what it is. So, case
Screw
closed.
Hellstrom. Hate that guy.
As we are on the cart here,
Riding away very rapidly, and the cart again filled with now 24-hour decaying squat pump parts.
now I know that we've all been through a rather distressing night here, but I feel that if you are going to be traveling with us, we should make a few things clear. We are headed for Shanfan. If you are inclined, we'll take you that far. If you have relations somewhere along the way, we'd be happy to drop you off. But
how are you planning on getting to Shan Fan?
Luck, mostly.
I know of a place you guys could hire a boat potentially, but it's not rightly savory.
Well, that gets into the next bit that I need to speak to you about. I believe we told you that we had fertilizer or farming implements.
Yes,
As it happens, we have
Gentleman Edwards.
yes, Mr. Owens.
Cool it.
We're going to
that's
Cornspout
not
Springs.
obvious at all. We actually have. Hey, yo, shut the fuck up! Like, oh, never mind. Sherilyn says that's how quaint.
Miss?
Can I just say, cool it? How dare you?
Yeah, no shit.
All right.
All right. I will finally speak up
Yeah,
in
go
front
ahead.
of all you. Miss, we're heading to Cornflower Springs, and we'd appreciate help in that direction. And then we would really appreciate your lead on a boat that we could hire after that.
Well, the only boats I know around here that would get you up to Shanfan would come out of Room Lamer. But it's, well, now, before me and Bart settled down here, well, he knocked me up and we decided to homestead, but we were wilder in our younger years. And we came into Room Lamer looking to make a little, money, maybe not on the up and up, and perhaps made some acquaintances of some gentlemen that could assist you in the, progress. Again, as long as you are not ill-disposed to, again, an unsavory group. Bill, you are breathing so goddamn hard right now. Yeah. No, it is, yeah. It's 100%. It's 1,000,000,000% you. It's a quadrillion% you. Now it's not, mind you, but like big nose exhales. It's just.
Listen, he's trying to breathe, and the smell of the heads. I'm trying to cool
Right,
it off
it's
with my
true.
innate cold, right?
It's
I'm trying to chill these heads a little bit so they don't smell to high heaven.
You're trying to
all right?
refrigerate them, yeah.
I'm a walking refrigerator, and I'm trying to do us all a favor. Now, these heads here are grim business, and my friend over there, Prophet's having a hard time
That's true.
breathing. You
It's just
understand?
the odors. It's the odors.
The odors are getting to the man.
Sorry, there's just a little emergency I was trying to deal with.
He just
I didn't.
took his mask off on a balcony to prove how tough he was.
Oh, and then he was huffing and puffing.
And then he looked like me when I was like 7, trying to pretend like the food wasn't too spicy to show off to my dad. Just.
Oh, listen, we don't need to talk about this
but
part
no,
right
we're
now,
talking
right?
we're talking about Johnny Prophet struggling to breathe in the foul miasma of rotting corpses that you were cooling. We weren't referencing anything, contemporary, because that would be anachronistic, and that's one of Henry's pet peeves in tabletop RPGs.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, this is escapism. That's
Actually, to that effect, I'm going to sort of try and, as privately as I can, on a moving wagon, speak to Gentry and just be like, "Listen, I understand trying to spare the woman and a child, but if we're traveling with them, I find it very unlikely that they will not stumble upon it. And frankly, I'd rather brace them for that than hear screams in the middle of the night."
Well, if you think you're so fancy with your words, then I guess by all means. But I do stress, tell him, grim business of mercenary work. We're bounty hunters. I'm a bounty hunter. I got the credentials for it. You just let them know so they don't get spooked.
Indeed, yes, of course. I was going to emphasize the legal aspect of it and whatnot, but I feel that it is better if we couch that in the truth first, as opposed to them it being a excuse, as it were, when they stumble upon the pile of heads, as it were.
And I'm gonna take out my my bounty hunter's insignia thing and kind of just like let it rest on my shoulders.
Yeah.
You just point towards that, all right? And then I'm gonna turn around and get back to my chilling business.
Why is he chilling the fertilizer? Just Jesus Christ.
I'm not being like wiggity woogity, look at me chill this booty. I'm out here freaking just chilling, meditating.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Billy's probably in a state of shock at any rate at this point, so he's not too inquisitive.
I just didn't want it to be a shock, as we are going to be traveling with each other here. We were not forthcoming with the contents of our wagon. We are not carrying farm implements, but rather bounties.
She looks into the back of the wagon and notes the shape of the bag, and then looks back up at you kind of inquisitively.
So,
That's a mighty oddly shaped feller.
well, it is the recognizable aspects of him needed to collect a bounty, but not much more.
Call these the fruits of bad dealings. They only grow on the worst of trees.
I understand that this is rather...
Sherilyn vomits.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry about that. I understand that this is quite distressing. But I figured you would...
The sooner you can get us to room limber, the better. I don't need Billy to be mixed up in none of this. We were trying to live a peaceful life. You understand? We left this all behind. He doesn't need to know. Just keep on with the fertilizer. I'll keep him away from the bags.
Absolutely.
But you guys got a long night of wagon driving through some pretty shitty dirt trails to get back to the recognizable. Who's going to be driving this wagon?
Might as well. No one has driving.
Well, you say
Might as
that.
well. Oh. Who are you?
Uh-oh. Edward Somerset remembers his years as a youth, watching the carriages go by and saying, well, I think I could handle that. He has a D6 in driving.
You just want to roll me a skill. Do you just want me to roll a skill with a D6, or?
Yeah, any would be fine, yeah. Although it doesn't say driving, so oh my lord.
Well, that didn't catch for some reason.
Yeah, I see the two. I saw it roll, it didn't stay up there.
Oh, no, it did actually. There we go.
Yeah.
So it was that first, there's the second one here, the 2 is what I actually got.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna bandy that out, because Fantasy Ground's just lagging like a motherfucker again. I love it. Oh,
Cheers.
Excellent. Yeah, no problem. Handily riding through the night. Unfortunately, not a full night's sleep, and a gunfight, and then driving. So why don't we get that vigor roll to see whether or not you have a level of fatigue come morning?
I'm good at those.
Yes, you are. Yeah, apparently you have the, the adrenaline's still pumping. It's been a while since you've been in a good row. You know, it was, quite a bang.
I offer you a little bit of blow.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, shit, you could have gotten the vigor at a +2 there, and then the vigor for the addiction. You slowly get Edward William Henry Somerset addicted on your coke, and then pretty soon he's just
a little milky water.
Eddie.
Here you go.
They call me Fast Eddie, man. I'll do what you want. What do you want, man? Come on. Yeah, no. But sure enough, Edward William Henry Somerset, the trail starts to look familiar. Right, you turn around a bend and you see the sign that says Cornflower Springs, population 26. And then you see that the main building on the drag has been burned down to the street level. And there are a couple of bodies lying in the dirt street unattended to.
Dear. I'm going to pull off early, just to sort of try and, make sure that the extras don't have to deal with this, as it were.
Yeah.
And I'll wake any of the my posse members here that are getting some shut-eye and just say, gentlemen, we are here, but it seems like there may be trouble afoot.
Well, what else would we expect?
Oh god, dude, just get rid of these goddamn heads.
I slowly rise up like a corpse.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, so if you recall, the town had like 3 buildings, and the main one was the general store / bank / everything in town. And it has, in fact, been burned to the foundations. Looks like the other 2 buildings were half burnt out in the attempt to put it out. And now there are a couple of canvas tents on the far side of the street. As your wagon is spotted, a whistle goes out. And the town marshal comes out with a very bandaged and battered-looking arm.
Well,
hell, gentlemen. I didn't think I'd be
seems
seeing you again.
Seems like you sent us after the wrong bounty looking at this place.
Well, no, it seems like if you're trying to claim you collected that bounty, you did not 100% complete your endeavor. Because this was, in fact, the vengeance of the squat pumps.
Which clan? We wiped them all out, and I lift the cover, show like the whole.
So many of them, and the father.
That's interesting because Diogenes' squat pump came through here and she was a mite bit upset. She decided to take it out on the town with her accompanying rabble of maze rats. Now, where do you suppose they got themselves some flame hurlers?
Not from us. And
Nothing
if
else.
I
We wiped
recall,
everybody
the bounty was for this gentleman's large head, and as many as we could find. And we cleared out every single one.
Well, now that is a fantastic bit of information, with exception to the fact that we have been proper robbed. I got nothing and nobody here. If you want your bounty, you're going to have to go collect it from Diogenes.
We lost a companion doing this job for you.
You seem to have gained a few.
These are innocents that we are protecting.
I would be happy to pay you, gentlemen, if you want to come back through in 6 months when we get established. Right, I'll put it on a line of credit. If you want that money immediately, though, you are going to have to collect it from the hands of the woman what has it, and that is Diogenes Squat Pump.
Is she gonna come back and kill you?
I don't rightly know. She only comes through once, twice a year.
And where does she go?
She's a pirate, I reckon.
Really? She got a ship and everything?
That's my understanding.
I look at everyone.
I mean, you don't much get a crew of maze rats under you unless you got a boat.
Well, gentlemen, I think we know where we're going next.
And I think it would be most fitting. You said, what was the total robbed from you?
Well, I mean, everything. Shit. Our town supplies, our sundries. Hell, $1,000 in bonds. Probably $1,500 in gold bullion.
Can you tell us where we're going and exactly how many we should expect?
I can tell you that there are going to be several. They're going to be ornery as hornets. And you're going to want to look for some place with water where you could put in a boat around here. Now, there are only a handful of spots like that. But there is a handful. Desolation Point or Cricket Cove being the most 2 likely, I reckon.
These buildings, they are clearly damaged, but are they stable enough to last the night, as you will?
I mean, that part's what remain.
Excellent. Gentlemen, I propose that we have the good marshal here defend our charges. Deal with this. What did you say her name again was? Theodora?
Diogenes.
Theogenes, yes.
Dio, Lady D.
Lady Diogenes. I see. Deal with her. Take whatever payment is due to you. Return the rest as a, well, pittance of what has come upon this place, and
One more squat pump head.
and head our way to Shan Fan.
If you bring me the head of Diogenes Squat Pump, she is now wanted for the murder of 3 individuals, arson, grand larceny. Uh-oh. Henry disappeared. They,
You scared him.
I scared him, yeah. That would be another $500 you would see fit to get to yourselves from the reward that you would collect from being upon her person, assuming she has not already spent it. Not that there are much ways to do so. Hell, she'd have to get on to Lynchburg to blow through that.
Lynchburg.
Well, Marshall, do you happen to have any skilled trackers in the town that might be able to help us pick up this trail?
I mean, there were 24 of us. There are now 21 of us. We are simple folk. I'm marshaled by genuine election, not by combat prowess. I think you might have misjudged the militant nature of our town. Now, if you think we had trackers and shooters, you really think I would have had them squat pump boys in here every month stealing newspaper clippings?
I don't care to guess, sir. I'm just trying to give us an edge and maybe take care of another problem for you.
Now,
You know what,
boys,
Sheriff?
you look rugged and, you know.
I'll take care of the problem for you.
Yeah.
You take these heads, and you give us more than the legal bounty of this woman. We'll get you your vengeance, and we'll get you your money back.
Well, now I can only offer what's been proffered. I can't negotiate on the sum of a bounty. Then it becomes retaliatory and not a matter of law.
Mr. Owens, you
It'd be a
can have
matter
as
of
much
law and a
you
matter
want
of favor
as
for you. 'Cause
No.
that town ain't even standing no more.
Here's the thing. A deal is a deal. We brought in the squat pump father and all of these heads.
And you are entitled to, it looks like, about $1,000 should you be able
About
to collect
1,000. Why don't we just call it, instead of a 500 for her head, 1,000 to take out her and her whole lot?
You mean the original 1,000?
Well,
The
you
bonus
told us
thing.
another 500
Or an
for her
additional
head.
1,000?
Additional 1,000 for her and her whole group of maze rats.
I only have a
Yeah.
bounty on her currently, $500. $1,500 total.
Gentlemen, if this is going to be a point of contention, you may take from my share.
No, it's a point. The fact that we won't even be getting this money, it will be on loan, and we might not get it for another 6 months. So perhaps we could add some interest on there.
If you go collect it from the woman yourself, you are likely to get it and then some. Hell, I'm trusting you to return with what will be owed to the town. If you're an unsavory
Understood.
lot, you make your
Understood.
$2,000 or whatever.
Understood. If we can take it from what she has, then fair. And we will return the proceeds that it remains. Just a bit sour because we lost a beloved friend.
If we are breathing and able, we will return what is owed to you. I'm sorry that this has come upon your town.
I am as well. Or give me a notice roll, guys. Edward Somerset, out of all the people here, you've been through a cholera epidemic or two in your time in the military, and this town is fucking primed for it. I got an open pit, that they just filled with squat pumps, the day before. 3 bodies lying in the street now, several injured people. Looks like the town infrastructure is damaged. Who knows what the water supply is going to be like. Now, if you were a gambling man and saying that this town's luck was on its way out, given maybe some circumstances that might be related to some things that happened with the party, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you can tell from the sickly disposition of people and kind of that smell of death in the air. This town is ripe for an epidemic.
Also, Marshall, I've seen places like this in the Near East. I know that there is a lot on your plate, but you must be very careful with your water supply out here. This sort of damages can lead to, well, furthermore damage.
There is just the one well for the whole town. So it is likely that if the water supply comes contaminated, that, you guys might want to just drink any alcohol when you're in this neck of the woods for the next couple of days. At least if it's coming from here proper.
Just let your people know and be careful.
But both the locations that he stated, just about an hour overland, opposite directions, of course, right? And you get to pick now between Desolation Point or Cricket's Cove. He can point you in the general direction of either. They should be easy enough to find. You just follow the water. Eventually, there'll be a promenade and then a cove.
Marshall, do you or your folk take out any of those maze rats?
No, sir. No, they came on us like bats out of hell middle of the night. Apparently, she rode straight from their homestead. She was hooting and hollering about vengeance incarnate. She's a little smarter than your average squat pump, mind you.
Is it possible a good tracking roll could find their trail the way they went?
Yes. A tracking roll with a raise could definitely identify definitively which of the two directions they went.
Well, I think I will use one of my cards.
I can't find nothing.
Well, and how we're going to do this, we're going to use the official system. If we are going to attempt a tracking roll, one person will be the tracker, another person can support with a relative skill.
Well, I'm gonna try and use my smarts to assist someone.
Well, who is going to be the tracker?
I will go ahead and use Get Savage to grab Master, which allows me to pick a skill or attribute and get 2 skill die increases in it.
Okay. So
that would go from nothing to a D6, I assume?
Yep.
So I will go ahead and use Get Savage now.
D6 survival.
All right, I need to...
You can use any D6 skill.
Okay, just use a D6 skill, got it. Okay, use common knowledge for this roll. Did anyone want to assist me?
Yeah, I'm looking for, if they rode in hard, trying to find where they came in, that would have had deeper hoof prints, stuff like that. Trying to figure things out.
All right. Simple success, so that will be a +1 on the tracking roll, survival roll, excuse me. So let's get it with a +1. They went to Cricket's Cove.
If you see here, I start doing my Sherlock Holmes thing, tasting the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Cricket's Cove is where they went.
Which is funny because you have no sense of taste as a hero.
It was more,
discombobulate.
I
slap your own ears.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Yeah. I saw something they didn't, so then I tried to make myself look extra cool.
Right.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't make much sense for them to be at Desolation Point. On we go then.
Excellent. So off to Cricket's Cove. There is the main trail, right? And then it's clear that the trail that leads down to the waterway is more of a switchback, less traveled. You'd almost mistake it for an animal trail if you weren't headed there eventually. And before too terribly long, just an hour and a half or so, you can see the smoke from a campfire rising on the horizon. And a boat with a sail, interestingly.
So we brought the wagon as far as we could.
I kind of thought we just headed over here and left the wagon and whatnot in town, but that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure the
Should-
wagon could get down the little side switch. I guess they rode horses down there. Sure, fuck it, you can bring the wagon.
Get as far as we can, so then if we do succeed, we don't have to haul stuff too far, so we
That's
can
a good
wagon it
point.
back to town. That's what
That's
I
a
kind of
good
want to
point.
do. We'll tie them off if we can find a good spot.
Now, I assume that enough time has passed that my own PowerPoints have refreshed.
Yep, everybody should be back on. Well, you with your ridiculous low PowerPoint count. Been overnight. It's been, we'll call it 10 hours you've had PowerPoints returning to you.
It's one every 2 hours.
Anyway, so you 5 PowerPoints have returned to you. The hucksters get so screwed. It makes sense though. Deal with the devil. But all right. Yes, and everybody else has
All
retrieved their
refreshed.
PowerPointage. And yeah, we're at the outskirts of what you're assuming is Cricket's Cove. You see a sail bobbing around the corner there. You know, tree line, dense campfire.
Show us a map.
No maps.
Get it. Get it going.
It's called Map of the Mind.
I don't suppose any of you gentlemen know how to pilot a boat like that.
Well,
Nope.
I've seen it done for many weeks
Yeah.
as I traveled with our beloved friend we lost.
Huh.
He had a
Yeah.
boat for a time. I will give it my all, and I think I can do it.
Oh Lord. So
Lovely.
As we're
Now-
on our way,
I need to clarify that probably not having just watched somebody pilot a boat is going to give you the skills, and then
When I level up,
definitively not when we are going through the Great Maze, which it has like living waves that devour ships. It has sea dragons. It has maelstorms that appear out of nowhere and giant whirlpools that devour like liners, you know, like big freighters. So like it's not not only is it rough just sailing period, right, but it is like the worst possible environment to sail in. The tides change constantly in these narrow chasms. Like it's brutal. But yeah, you
what
can give
skills
it a go.
did Higgs have that helped him navigate us as far as he did? Like survival and piloting?
Gibbs had a D8 boating.
Yes, sir.
D8 boating.
He also had the ace edge,
Yes, sir.
which gave him a free reroll on boating.
Well, best I could do
Wow.
after a level up is a D6, but
But
I'll get
still,
it somewhere.
We don't kill all the crew. How about that?
Yeah, I figured we'd try and talk whoever we could out and perhaps recruit some enterprising souls back in Cornflower Springs, although that is a smaller boat than I was hoping.
Yeah, that is really tiny.
Well, you know, it's a relative scaling to the assets some people have to make maps at the last moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, fair enough.
It definitely seats, you know, several.
we could all squeeze on there if we sit on each other's laps.
Yep, no, mm-hmm.
so on the way there, I would have spoken to Mr. Edward.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Edward, that gun of yours,
Yes,
how far does it shoot?
a good long ways, especially when I'm behind it. If you are looking for statistics, then it has a range of 24, 48, 96.
It's a
Alright,
gun. Yeah.
It's a gun. So on the ride there, I would have given you 2 shoes bullets. I would have given you 1 bullet with your name on it. This one's for critters that get tucked in behind something nice and rightly. And this other one, well, it gives you just more range. So I would have gave him the long barrel special and the bullet with your name on it.
Right?
Now roll for that.
Yeah. Excellent. Jesus.
So, we're sort of like overlooking this, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So, gentlemen, let's talk over our point of attack.
I got an idea. I simply stab him in the neck again and let him go in and finish it. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I see. Yes. I believe the probably most imminent threat is going to be that they simply load up on the boat and leave. So, if you gentlemen, I have quite seen what Mr. Owens can do. So I fully expect that you and Mr. Grayson can cause all sorts of havoc within the camp, and you on standby to help them out, Mr. Prophet. And I think I'll take a more rear position and try and make sure that anyone who goes for the boat or anyone who tries to leave with the boat is taken care of.
I don't like what I'm looking at.
Well, one thing
You
I'm
mean
seeing,
their armament?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with your plan, I'm going to go ahead and prepare a prayer for us before we go. And I start pulling out a book, going through it.
Of course.
we've got some cover with that that down tree there.
Indeed.
Maybe Mr. Owens, you'd be able to appear yourself on that boat to incapacitate those that are on there and prevent any others from getting on. I can also try and provide a assault here from the side behind the cover.
That's certainly an option as well.
Question: do I see any of them, like the one that's labeled F with the flamethrower? Can I actually tell they've got a huge ass flamethrower? Or...
Yeah, I mean, if you can see their token, you can see what they're carrying.
Got it. I point out those two first.
Indeed.
Not a fan of holy fire.
I don't see anyone who bears the familial resemblance, so she's likely not within our line of sight here at the moment. But I believe you're right, yes. If you would like to incapacitate the boat, Mr. Owens, then I will take the... I can just sort of see that man in the back, and I think I can get a shot on him.
All right.
Should we lay low and watch and observe for a bit? See if she comes back?
I don't see why not.
Likely.
If something happens, though, just give the word and we'll start your original plan.
Of course.
The men do seem to be loading bags onto the ship, but other than that, you don't see any activity. Crew chatter back and forth, spending of ill-gotten gains.
And do we hear a female voice, or all these men, or is there a mix?
They sound masculine predominantly. I'm not sure that Diogenes would, she's a squat pump, right? If you're looking for lilting tones.
Do we hear any kind of squealing?
Excellent question. No, I mean, just the people milling about, going about their business. That being said, still pretty early in the morning. You showed up there at the ash crack of dawn in town. Normally rode for an hour.
Well, gentlemen, there is also the question of potentially convincing some of them as crew. I don't think that they will be amicable to that before the fighting starts, but I'm not terribly convinced they will be after either. But I think once it's clear what we're capable of, they may be a little bit more. And once she is dealt with, they may be a little bit more amicable to that sort of arrangement.
Bear the barrel of rum down there and I'm game. Let's go.
Right.
I'm having trouble here. How do I make a template again?
Right click, it'll bring up a menu, the pointers, go to pointers, and then it'll give you cone, small, medium, and large burst template.
It only gives me the option to rotate right or left.
Don't do it on your character.
Oh, do it on the map.
Anywhere else on the map.
All right. Oh, damn it. Okay. There we go. I got it. I got it, boys. I got it.
What's the plan, guys?
We're going. I think we're doing it.
Well,
I think
Okay, we're doing it live.
who is initiating?
I believe that would be me.
Oh.
Is it not?
Well, I pull out my syringe. Would anyone like a
It's-
squeeze?
One action, and then we roll initiative, so.
Yeah, I thought I was firing at the flamethrower, and then we were teleporting. If you want to teleport first, by all means. I have no issues with that.
I think taking out the flamethrower is a great opening gambit.
I was going to go for the rear one because I figured
I'm looming
that
at
would
you
be
with the needle.
easier Than I think I'm all right, thank you.
You saw what it does.
I did, and I think I'd like a clear head. But
Slowly
Mr.
slink
Owens,
back
can
away.
you vouch for its?
For the go fast, I'm pretty sure he can vouch for the go fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
No adverse side effects, as it were.
Thank you, Toa.
Perfected it.
The only adverse side effect of not taking it is death.
Right. Well, first time for everything, I suppose.
Ah, you'll like it. It's a rush.
It is a single shot firearm, though, so
Make it count.
okay.
I just want to spread my my stuff.
Cool.
Let me give you a roll real quick.
So just so I understand what the plan is here, I'm taking out the rear flamethrower guy, and then we're going into combat with Owen's going onto the boat, and then Grayson, are you taking out the front guy, or is that going to be on my action on the initiative?
Well, he's going to juice one of you, and then one of you is going to go, and then we roll initiative, and it's determined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I go up and it just goes shook, and the little needle comes out of my wrist and hits you in the neck, and all of a sudden you get a rush of my Cocavite TM trademark elixir.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast a couple of quick spells here.
Nah, they're active guards, Toa.
So for 3 rounds, you've got 2 actions a round.
Who's deflection going on?
Me?
Okay.
All right. I suppose with all that done, you give me the sign, and I'm going to take the shot here.
Let's do it.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you have 2 special bullets: the long barrel special, and the bullet with the name on it. So
I think that will do.
Hit.
I'm binnying that. That's
Yep.
outrageous.
That is ridiculous. It's a good thing damage doesn't crit fail. God damn it. It's the deflection.
I have to. I'm binnying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unacceptable. This boy's going out.
Profits.
There we are.
hey,
That's a big old explosion.
Yeah, it's a design.
And then I get a free action, right? That's how that works?
Yep.
Reload.
Yeah, if reloading's an action, I mean,
make
Doing
it
a
twice as
thing.
effective.
Yeah. I mean, it eliminates a -2 to my... Well, actually, a -1 to my shots because of my edge, but yeah.
Holy fuck.
Whoops.
what just happened?
I blew
So,
up the flamethrower.
Oh,
the flamethrowers blow up in a large burst template for their 2d10 explosive damage. Diogenes Squat Pump was sleeping in the tent that most of you all can only see the corners of. Well, inside the large burst template from the exploding flamer. And she caught 3 wounds to wake up. So we're just going to take this Benny here.
Can she Benny in her sleep?
She can. Why is it not giving me their fucking Benny? Oh, I hate this so much. They broke the Benny feature. Literally from last week, guys.
I didn't even expect that. Like you go, poo poo, boom.
And I shave? No, of course not. Ha ha ha.
Yeehaw.
Why would that be functional? Tee hee.
Yeah, that's
Is
a
it
little
on her
bit.
character sheet? No, literally, there's no way for me to spend a Benny from that character. I hate fantasy. Don't buy Fantasy Grounds. Do not spend any money on it ever
Also-
for any reason.
Question: next round, if you've got 2 actions, you could take 3 and only have a -1 on 2 shots, right? Because you could shoot,
I
then
suppose, yes.
reload, then shoot. Yeah.
Literally no contextual. From there? Can I do it from there? Can I grab
Edward
that
just turned
one?
into Doom guy.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey! So she's not wounded. Yay! Well, she got 1 wound as opposed to 3. But yeah, that's a rude awakening. And initiative. Here we go, boys.
Wouldn't it be 2 wounds because of wound modifiers?
Is that a raise though?
Yeah,
You don't track wound modifiers until the soak roll. On the soak roll.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Good to know.
You're not wounded technically until
Yeah,
you've
I'm
failed
good
the
now.
soak. Yeah.
Got it. Awesome.
But yes, this one's dead. Quite dead. Just a crater. A smoldering, ruinous crater. And uh-oh, guys.
That's
Yeah, it's bad rolls.
That initiative was pretty
well,
rough.
thankfully, my level-headed got me the 6 of spades.
Hopefully
Right.
they all don't look to our direction immediately, and they.
You
first
know
look at the
how
explosion.
combat works. You know, it's oh, where'd that come from? Probably the sound of that giant fucking martini rifle. That literally, I mean, this thing fired, and you guys are probably obscured by a white plume of smoke. It is an ancient, massive, just, ugh. The round on the thing is ridiculous.
0.577 is not that bad. I mean,
The thing's like made out of like 40 pounds of wood. It's a huge fucking gun. You see it next to a dude, right? And it's like his full height, and then there's the bayonet. Like, and they were shorter back then, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
It's a
guess you
gun.
can do 20 damage technically.
and there's a sword on the end of it.
Right, and there's a literal, their bayonet is like a 3-foot, like, triangle spear. It is gross. But, alright, squat pumps, Colt Thunderer. Edward's gonna take the shot. Or not, because he is going to miss. And is he going to miss critically? He does not. Yay!
I did not mention this beforehand, so it's cool if we don't, but would it be feasible for me to be laying down for this, prone?
Yeah. Although that would have modified your attack, would have had a +2 on it. You would have been even more successful because it gives you a ranged bonus and makes you
I
harder to
also
hit.
had a +1 from my edge that I didn't apply.
Right.
I
Right.
forgot
Well,
to
I mean,
do
yeah, you only rolled like a 96 on that, so I mean, it wasn't quite enough.
that. Yeah.
But oh dear, squat pump. Gotta come roaring out of that tent and be really upset that they prefer scatterguns as squat pumps. You got
Can I
Good.
get that penny back since I didn't get my other initiative full?
no. And how dare you?
And I believe chat awarded me one as well.
How dare you again? Let's see here. Oh, you got that one, didn't you? No. Oh, wait.
Did I?
No, you didn't. You didn't. I really need a producer. It's like in my ear. All right. So, with that established, she is going to hold her action. Maze rat number 4. Now, move up here. Nut up and cover. That's going to be a -2 to hit him and shoot at Johnny being closest. Oh! Johnny gets caught with a raise. Cold Thunderer is a little rough. 2d6 AP 1. Oh, not with those dice, though. You're just shook.
Well,
I should spend a GM
Heavens.
penny on that. No,
Make
because
my
whenever I do, they ace
cats
like
spin.
92 times. That being said, it's everybody's favorite Maze Rat now. Maze Rat with Flamethrower.
Oh boy.
Let's see
Yeah,
here,
I was kinda hoping he
6.
would go after me.
Right?
Ugh.
Yeah, no, he's gonna nut himself up right in here. And let's see. You know what? Even odd. That's how I'm gonna pick who he targets here. Boom. Alright, there we go. Gentry and Edward. Now, is it gonna let me actually control click? Probably not. Oh no, it will. Wow. Ooh. Flamethrower. Boof. Gout of flame. Roaring out. That's a hit and a hit because it's a flamethrower.
Does the prone do anything there?
Oh no, that is an action. No, because it's an area effect. Yeah,
Cool.
if it was a shot, no, yeah. Edward, you are only shaken, perhaps because you are prone. Gentry, you take 2 wounds, fire being the anathema of your icy powers. Would you like to Benny to shake?
Yeah,
Or
we're gonna
Benny
Benny
to
to
soak,
shake that. I'm Benny to break that.
Mm.
Eesh.
Vigor roll, good sir.
All right, here we go.
Single success, you knocked 1 off. That could have been way worse. He's gonna multi-action fire again. No, he's not. He's not. No, because he would have missed both you anyway, but that's fine. All right, here we go. Coming on up there. You know what? Actually, we're gonna run him back. We're gonna pace him. They have the same pace, so it doesn't matter. Pace. Pace. 9. Where's 9 gonna get me? Oh yeah. Let me nut it up there. Perfect. Now -2. He's gonna try and shoot Johnny.
Bunch of nut up.
Yep. Johnny is missed due to the multi-action penalty. Edward, it's a good thing you spent that full action on the reload, because you are unshook and you got around.
Indeed.
I'm just gonna, for no particular reason, I am going to grab this large burst template.
Yeah, what I am
Just
I'm
drag it over that
going
fella.
to go ahead and do the fire reload and then fire again as like the second action.
Okay, so -2 on the stat.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead. And you said it was a +2 for being prone?
Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
so then
it's negated by the +2 cover bonus they have for being nutted up against that log there, so that'll be flat.
which I negate with
That's
my,
right, because you have
marksman.
that marksman edge and you have not moved, and you suck. So yes, +2.
Excellent. So
Nice.
I will do just that.
+4.
It's like -2, +2, -2.
What's going on with my dice, man? Yeah,
I don't know.
mean,
3 on a D8 is gross.
I got it. This is the thing. I should have known that I can only.
Can we get the
I would-
actual martini roll against him, though? As opposed
Yeah.
to yeah.
Should I just do the damage and with the
I suppose, but we should really be using the
Yeah.
attack off the combat tab of our character sheet.
I just realized that. Yeah.
It's fine. We get too eager. It's fine. It's
Indeed.
Kill him! Holy Christ! That is so 2d10
I've got
and a
one more.
d6. You got a 5
Can you
on
Benny that?
2d10 and a d. Would you please Benny that? That
I'm
is
going
Somebody
to.
give him a bendy?
But
that is a
please.
shameful display. That is holy hell.
Man. Whew.
There we
And
go.
of course,
There we go. Yeah, that is a little more. 5 wounds, much more
The,
appropriate.
Cocobite just kicked in.
Fire. Reload. And yeah, this one's going to go at.
Well, now wait here. Let me roll damage against the guy in the burst template.
Oh, yep, for sure.
Boom! Shouldn't have stood that close, bro.
Indeed.
Of course, the 2d10 martini. I mean, Jesus fuck. I can't stress how powerful this gun is, audience. It's. Thank you, Red Ketchup.
You know, in anybody else's hand, I might not have to use Benny's on it.
Right.
But, yeah, and then this one's going at Diogenes here, who I cannot.
Woof.
Oh.
Woof. You did get another Benny, though.
Yeah, I did. But everybody's going after me.
I mean, probably at this point, yeah. Yeah, no shit.
Everybody's
that one!
I gotta.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell me out of ammo here. Okay, yeah. Because Benny.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There you go. Boom! I should have been tucked up behind that rock harder, she says. And she is going to attempt to soak. Rah! She says, unwounded.
Tragic. All right. That's that.
But not like less wounded than she was from the fire. At least not like she can soak those wounds. Just, face tanked 2d10. Johnny, you are unshook.
Thank you. I think I'm going to show off my latest invention, which isn't really an invention, but just a reimagining of an age-old tale. I pre-measured. I can get up to there with a movement. That's 6.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt to unveil Hiram's, or Doc Prophet's Celestial Choir.
Mm-hmm. La da 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 da.
Just melt faces with the Word of God.
Yeah, it's a holy burst. And now, isn't it? Didn't we decide that it was like a?
So yeah, exactly. Out of my bag, like basically a tinny little thing goes off with like choir music, and a reach arm comes out and opens my heavily modified like copper wrapped Bible. That then just a noise that no one else can hear but the targets, and it just pops their brains from just the sound that they're not meant to hear. That's, I think, how it was we were toying with. Can it damage items, or does it literally just damage the people?
Just the people.
Okay.
I
think these two folks sitting here need to hear the word of God.
Hallelujah.
As I start preaching.
This is a Jesus microwave gun, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
He literally opens a modified Bible. They hear the voice of God. It causes their eyes to melt like they saw the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
Deadlands
amazing.
dubstep. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Drop the bass. Okay. So it's base 2d6 for 2 power points. I am going to do 4 power points so that it raises it to 3d6.
Roger, roger.
I almost want to do one more to just make it glow, but I'm not going to bother. Okay.
I believe that would make them glow.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I will now roll.
Yep. Now you have them control clicked. Need both the targets
control click both of them. Click.
Mm-hmm. Let me make sure you got them targeted there in the combat tracker. You got nobody targeted right now.
Yeah, that was
to try it again.
I need the roll to activate it first.
No, you need a control click to target them first. And then we'll do the weird science roll again.
Did that work there and there?
Yeah, you got them now.
That's got them.
Now give me the spell roll for Doc Prophet Celestial Choir. and you have hit both of them. Now, click that plus damage die there, and that'll automatically add that third die for you, and then you don't got to right click or do anything, and then just give me damage twice. Make sure that the damage doesn't reset on your second roll.
Okay. What the fuck? I hit the plus damage
Yeah,
die.
3d6. There it is.
Oh, it did work. Okay.
3 wounds.
Perfect.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
a pillar assault. Shouldn't have looked back, brah. Another pillar assault. Yes, you have slain 2 people with the mechanically amplified word of God. Hallelujah! Ah! Plop. You know.
They just look and face melts. Like Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. Let me erase that thing. That's it.
Gentry Owens, you are still shook unless you spend a penny.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta rid of old vigor.
No, you automatically unshake when you spend a penny.
Oh, all right. Benny is spent. All right, and I am gonna need. I walk 6 feet. And oops. All right, we're doing something fancy here, all right?
Okay.
Walking up, I'm going to cast Havoc on these boys and push them off the dock into the water.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot this one behind the cover here.
All right. Multi-action penalty, -2 on the stack.
Yep. And I'm going to use the, what's it called? That bullet with the name on it for the boy behind cover.
Alrighty. Well, since you're nutted up on the other side of the cover, you guys are like firing over a barricade. You're both touching. There's no cover bonus. Like you can literally just go up, flat, you know.
All right. Without hitting my buddy Johnny Prophet.
Right now, yeah, he's outside there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure you can make it selective as well for another PowerPoint. You can go, I don't want to hit Johnny Prophet.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give these boys a good shoving.
I kick the rum into the water too. Where's the rum gone?
I said leave the rum.
You did say leave the rum.
Mom's gonna come out.
All right, Havoc it up.
Havoc, and I'll be selective, and I'll spare the rum.
Thank you, Ray Ketchup.
3 PowerPoints.
Gentry.
And I gotta make a strength roll, so that's gonna be a strong Havoc with selective on it. So that is.
Now you just got to keep watching, Melon Dolly. Subscribers get points at twice the rate too.
All right, 4.
Although
4
you already
PowerPoints
are,
and spending on this.
magnificent bastard. Yep. Havoc it up.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I do got to do the Samson emo. I've been taking a week off of extra tabletop RPG because I put in literally 2 back-to-back 80-plus hour weeks on transcription, and my brain was starting to melt. So I'm taking a video game week this week. Just shows. But, right. That is not a success.
All right. Did I get a penny from Bread Ketchup?
You did, but you just spent it. Oh, no. Wait.
Hey.
Did I... I could have sworn I just dropped a penny on you and him. Did I not? Did I not give either of you those? Am I hallucinating?
Might not have.
What the fuck? Benny. Benny Fantasy Grounds. There we go, yes.
All right. There we go. We're going to Benny that. Pachoom. And we're going to do that again. Pachard.
This time with feeling. There it is. That's a success.
All right.
Although,
So
did not target the gentleman, but that's fine because it's Havoc.
These boys going to have to make themselves a strength check. -4. Wait, -2. Yeah, strength roll -2 or get blown off.
That one's fine. And his buddy is blown off.
That first one's clearly mongrel.
Right, yeah.
Alright,
Where the fuck is Gentry in the combat?
There's the
Okay.
So the one
model
that-
you want to recruit them.
What's that? Yeah, it's true.
Alright, the one guy got hero 2d6 directly away.
Yep.
So that's going to be 7 feet into the water. Bloop.
2d6 inches, so that is 7 squares into the water. So you didn't just throw him 7 feet, you threw him 7 yards. So he flies 21 feet, splash into the water.
All right. So yeah, he just watched his buddy get yeeted into the water.
Mm-hmm.
He's distracted now because of the havoc, blowing ice and weather and dust into his face. That barrel of rum is just sitting there all unbothered.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
now
from
this
the Great Northwest. It's cold up there. You know, whatever.
oh,
All right. And then the
and
shot.
now to shoot this boy behind the cover.
That'll probably do.
He
Your
shot.
Your dice ain't cooling down tonight. They're just like, nope. Mm-mm. Punching in codes, Gentry. You're punching in codes.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, mind
Yeah.
you.
I
He
keep
dead.
hacking.
He's hacking. These are
Hmm.
hacks. He dead.
All right.
All right,
That's it.
Grayson.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit my 2 actions. My first action is going to be to run.
Okay.
Not what I wanted, but all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and 9. All right.
Dude, you're
And
wet.
I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at Lady D over there.
She is going to attempt to interrupt your action, seeing as she has been on hold. This is a game mechanic that I just read about the other day. So how this works is that you, at any point as players, can automatically interrupt an action should you get the Joker. You say, you moved, I'm going to move now and do everything I want, then you can attack, right? Or you can put yourself on hold and attempt to interrupt an action with an opposed agility roll. So it's her agility versus your agility. She saw you run up. She was waiting for it, right? She's going to try and spin around and fire the shotgun. We will see how this plays out. In addition to that, if the character interrupting fails, she loses her hold status, but then goes after you do your action. And she may take whatever action she wants after that. She's not locked into what I'm going to shoot you, right? But if she succeeds, right, well, then that's a different thing altogether, isn't it, then? So
we both roll agility.
we both roll agility. Oof!
I'm gonna Benny mine.
Yeah. It was just a 5, so I mean. Oh!
I will remind you that I have armor and deflection up.
Yeah, and I do need to actually slap that +4 deflection. Let's
And I don't know
get
if
your
I got
armor.
cover on the other side of this wharf here.
Oh, the dot? Nah, it's not covered. But you do have +4 deflection and armor, so I think you're probably gonna survive. Let me change the maths on that since I don't have a +4 already programmed in. All right. Lady D, haha, she says, the day is mine. It's a really cool fucking game mechanic, by the way. And I thought hold was literally, you put yourself on hold, and unless you had the Joker, you had to wait until somebody had finished your action. No, in Suede, it's an opposed agility roll. So you literally can post up around the corner and wait for somebody to get in range and try and spin out. It's cool as shit.
That's another thing they brought back from Classic.
Is it? That's neat. That's neat. But here she goes. Combat roll against the fucking improbable She's gonna Benny that. Because why the hell not? We're getting on the end of it. Well, I'm gonna Benny that. I'm gonna Marshall Benny that.
And here comes the ace.
Right? Yeah. 900.
Gotta
36.
be careful with these squat pumps.
Boom. There we go. Come on, Lady D. We got boom, deflection, armor, nonsense.
Boom goes the dynamite.
You know, I got one more Benny. Fuck it. I'm spending my last Benny. Let's do it. We're wrapping up here. Boom. Come on, Lady D. You can do it. You make him pay for his impertinence. Not with those dice. Jesus. All right. Yeah. See, boom. Scatters against your armor. Uh-oh. She's standing there now.
Shot from the Peacemaker. I'm going to Benny that.
The comparison between literally everybody and Gentry's dice tonight has been ridiculous. Like,
Another shot with the Peacemaker.
right, here we go. We're feeling it. There it is. There it is. There it is. Disgusting.
Ooh.
20 on a
That
D6
is
with the
What I am
multi-action.
talking about.
Boom, Lady D. Oh, no, did I literally just... I did, yeah. I'm out of fucking Benny. She's got to eat him, too. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because Maze Rat number 6 is up. And he's...
She's not dead?
No, she's got 3 wounds, man. Yeah, she's a wild card. Maze Rat number 6 is going to, well, I guess fucking swim up to shore. Yeah. Yeah, and he is distracted until the end of his turn, so this shooting roll is going to happen at a natural -2. Which is going to be more than sufficient between that and deflection. Here we go. Oh my god. Lady D. No longer shook. Well, I mean, there's really, I mean...
I'm gonna
I
use
don't think it dealt her card.
Oh, is she still, let me, off. Oh, it did not. Here, let me, done. So if they're stuck on hold, Johnny Prophet.
Hey,
With the Joker.
Yeah. Finish her.
I'm gonna take a little bit of tactical cover behind these boxes, right?
Yep.
Does that work?
Yep.
And I am going to passionately plea to these scoundrel maze rats with a persuasion attempt. If you, clearly outnumbered, assist us in dealing with our enemy here, as I point at the pig, we will hire you most generously to aid us, and it will be, well, profitable for you, or you will die.
And Lady Dio is quite an intimidating force in and of herself. Why don't we get your persuasion versus her intimidation?
Ooh.
Okay. I guess I've got the +2 on the persuasion, but I need to I'll counter it with a -2. Because it's in combat.
Yep. Oh, shit. Not quite with the raise, but that is, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Here we got
It's
crazy.
that
We got
6.
Oh, hold on.
Nine. Nice.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. You don't have to do anything. No holding on.
Edward William Henry Somerset.
Yes,
Last round of quickness.
indeed. So these gentlemen appear to be laying down their arms, to my understanding.
They seem to be really considering their options. They'll likely not be aggressive should you plug Lady D.
Okay.
Didn't win them over with a raise. They didn't immediately swivel and go drop them, lady. You know.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I suppose I will just reload and fire then.
Just one wound to drop her.
Yep. So reload, and then she doesn't have any cover there, does she?
Nope, you're solid.
So that's a +1.
And that'll do.
Okay.
Pig.
That'll do, pig.
That won't.
Well,
Ooh,
we're getting to the end here.
you have more bennies.
6 on 2d10, guys.
Yes,
6
Because
on
of the chat.
2d10.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Queen
have made up
Curiosity.
for my dice tonight because
Shaken. My God.
really bad.
Not stirred.
2d10 though, man. Like, for the love of all that is sacred. All right, Lady D.
I'm going to use a card since I can do 2 now.
Yeah.
Game. I am going to go ahead and do villainous verbosity, so she will monologue this round.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Solid.
You fucking cowards! I'll kill all of you! You know us, squad pumps! We're everywhere! You'll never get rid of us! You could kill 100 of us and there'll be 500 more!
Squeal!
Squeal! Grayson.
Just gonna get right up in her, and I'm gonna say, "Sue-wee!"
Gross.
Thank you, Red Ketchup. We are getting on the end though, bud.
I did
Save
not. I
those
did not
points.
roll that on her. Sorry.
Oof.
There we
There
go.
you go, yeah. Well, that correctly did her parry. Ooh.
Mm.
Shaken, but on top of shaken, because she was previously shaken, which means she is wounded. Because she is not tougher than nails.
But she's still alive.
No, that's 4.
Incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna turn to this guy with the gun pointed.
His
So
gun's
you
already
try
on
that?
the ground. His hands are in the air.
Smart man.
Where you want to go?
We'll negotiate that now.
We will negotiate that, in fact, next week. Because we have killed Lady D with 2 minutes left to spare. We're going to run just a little late tonight because this is a level up week. What are we spending our advance on?
I'm chopping her head off, by the way, with Gibbs's saber.
Right? Mm-hmm.
One for Gibbs.
Now, it should also be stated, friends, that all of you have hit rank 8. You will note that rank 8 is veteran, which has now opened up the veteran edges.
Ooh.
Also, now that we are veteran, we have entered milestone experience territory, meaning that we will accomplish major plot point events and receive levels for them moving forward, because otherwise you guys will be at level 20 very rapidly. So, think carefully, because it could be 3 sessions, it could be 5 sessions, it could be 7 sessions. You never know. Because you have
It prompts us to do more.
It prompts you to do more, to be more heroic, to push the narrative forward, to beat the big bads. Now, there's been several little bads that have been thrown at you. There has been precisely one event worth milestone experience so far in our experience, and that was the Battle of Lost Angels. So I want you to bear that in mind as we contemplate our Veteran C. It does open up, my God, veteran powers, my God. Veteran combat edges, my God.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would lowering the fear in a region be considered a milestone?
It could, depending
So we've
on...
done it like twice technically when I've been here.
I guess that's true. You did recount not just through the fearmonger killing, but then the tale telling that somebody engaged in. So there has been 2 opportunities. Yes.
It was blessed.
But any ideas, folks?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not doing anything that exciting. I'm just getting something that I felt like Edward should have that I didn't quite have the points for. I'm giving him steady hands. He's a cavalryman. He should be able to fire from a moving
From a mount?
platform.
My God, veterancy on steady hands.
I
That is
know,
dedication.
I know.
I almost
That
feel
is-
like I should get tracking and survival after all this nonsense, but
That is dedication.
Well, how do I pull up the edges menu?
He was a dragoon, so it made sense to take the marksman things before the cavalry things.
Right.
But even so, just because they're supposed to ride out, dismount, and fire doesn't mean they can't fire from the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that felt like need be. I will be looking into more interesting things for the future, though.
And here are the new edges from Deadlands as well. So those
Of
are the
course.
two menus.
Depending on where the narrative takes us.
Mm-hmm. And you can filter the suede edges, that first list that starts with Ace by rank in the lower right corner, which will help you go through the veterancy edges. Unfortunately, Deadlands lacks this feature. Oh, that's not true. If you open up any of the sub-menus, like combat or whatever, you can filter those by rank as well.
I was originally thinking improved death mask, but I'm really tempted that possession. Boy. Taking over people's bodies.
I was wondering if, since I actually already put the work in to convert Grayson,
You might as
do we
well.
actually want to just convert him?
You might as well, yeah.
And I'm
Except for
thinking,
object reading, of course. No, you can take
Yeah,
object reading. I just hate it.
So what I'm thinking, I might just switch a couple of things around, but maybe what I'll do for my first edge as a veteran is I've learned some hex slinging from our buddy here, and I would take hex slinger as my edge.
Yeah, since that is now the new... So, yes, because we are using the Suede Lands rules for hucksters who can then appropriate hex slinging into their kit. Yes.
So there's going to be a whole new Grayson coming up.
There is, in fact, the same Grayson, just with modern rules. More streamlined. And that'll have 3 out of 4 sueded. Then we'll just have to get Gentry over there. But that's fine. I'm going to do the final push when I finish the transcriptions.
I mean, I could do rapid fire.
You could. Yes, you could.
I just become a Gatling gun. A teleporting Gatling gun.
Oh yeah, speaking of Gatling guns.
Mm-hmm. Lots of interesting
So,
edges.
if I did rapid fire
Let me actually
as my improved rapid fire, by the way. Now, I do 1-2 shot, 1-2 as an action, right?
Yeah.
This has increased my firing rate by 1. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
As
so
in-
rapid fire doesn't actually add another shot as an action, right? It allows you to increase the rate of fire by your gun, which just adds, so you spend 2 bullets, right?
Mhm.
And you add a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage. That's what
Oh,
rapid
okay.
fire is. Now, improved rapid fire lets you do that twice. So you could go boom, 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 boom. You still roll 2 shooting rolls, but they have a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage because you put 2 rounds downrange for each shot. If that makes sense.
All right, well, give me some time.
Yep.
I don't know which way I should go.
Yeah, it's fine. I think just about. What are you thinking there, Johnny Prophet?
You know, I've been looking at the eyeballing this power for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea of possessing people's minds.
Yep. Possession it is. Yep.
Yeah.
And won't be convoluted at all, I'm sure.
It's actually pretty simple. I can use the puppet power free. It doesn't cost any points. And I just concentrate and have a -2 to all penalties while I'm controlling that person.
Oh, the Harrowed. I see.
Yes.
Let's give me a second here. Since we have you built in Swade Lands, I want to make sure that that reads the same.
Actually, I appreciate that.
Veteran hard. Controlling somebody works exactly like the puppet power. Uses your spirit at a -2 for the arcane skill roll. You are distracted for as long as you maintain control, but can maintain control while distracted while doing so. So yeah, there's still a roll associated with it.
It's just at a -2, and instead of a -2 on everything, what does distracted do?
I mean, that's a -2 on everything.
Oh, okay, so it's a minus. It's a little harder to do. Okay.
Right, and it's on your spirit, so I mean, you'd be rolling a D8 -2 to attempt to do so.
I'm
And
sure
then-
not everyone has a D8 spirit. So.
Puppet is opposed to, it's not an automatic thing. So there's a bunch of stuff. But, yes, generally, thank you, Robocop. You're catching just the end of your CFR2G. Yeah, you're always here at the very end of the show. Oh, thank you, Rue. You magnificent bastard. But yes, possession is fine. That'll definitely come into play. How that'll work is we'll just add the puppet power to your character sheet in the powers tab, and we will remember that it is a spirit roll at a -2 in an attempt to activate it. And if we look at this here, it's your spirit versus their spirit. Yeah, and they are general commands. You don't get to dictate how many actions or specificity. You just go attack this person or open a door or whatever. Real general. But yes. And then
And they
5
can't break
turns.
it unless I try to force them to hurt themselves or somebody they care about, it looks like.
Yeah, automatically obeys commands that don't directly harm themselves or those they care about. But, yeah, with a raise, the target's completely controlled, but gets an automatic spirit roll as a free action to directly avoid harming themselves. So you can make them harm themselves, but they have an opportunity to resist it. You can be like, shoot yourself in the head when you're puppeting somebody, but they're getting a chance to say, nah, I'm not going to do that.
That's fair. That seems like a fun thing.
And if they succeed on their spirit roll, I'm assuming that they break the, oh no, he doesn't break the command, he just, not that particular command. And on a raise, he breaks the hold in the power hands. Yeah, that's pretty cut and dry. Excellent. So that's it established. We'll get Gentry's new power sorted out, or edge, before next week. But that's the show. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, no Hell on Earth this Friday. We got a traveling player. But we will be back Tuesday with 50 Fathoms. They are currently trying to find the lost Ugak City of Gold in the wilds of Torath Ka. And, of course, we're about to go on a boat ride, which is going to be real interesting here on Wednesday night. We're headed to Roomlammer, which is a pirate haven that certainly is going to be on the up and up and will not have any nonsense associated with it. From the League of Rakantor Explorers to yourselves, you all have a fantastic evening, a wonderful weekend, and may your dice always roll hot. Thanks for watching, guys.